Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another special edition show, ladies and gentlemen. You know, you've had the Hussam X Tom Little, you've had the Colin show, you've had all these stuff that you're asking for. Now, there's another show that we've got planned, another show that we're going to talk about, and that's the Keep, Sell, and Loan show. So there's stuff regarding this Liverpool squad, people talking about clear outs, all sort of stuff. So this is the conversations that we're here to have. And, there's plenty of members in this Liverpool squad that we'll probably agree on, but there's also plenty of them that we will disagree on. So, this is what we are here to do. And I have brought forward two of your favorite people, two of your absolute favorite people to come on the channel. And I'm going to add them both together. And the reason why I'm going to add them both together is because you all know who they are. You all love them dearly on this channel. You always show them the love and support. And it's their fault that we are here at 11 p.m. UK because they are both residents of the United Kingdom, and not a single one of them idiots had the brain cells to DM me and go like, Hussam, the clock went forward an hour. No one told me. So I was just sat there at 10 p.m. UK, and I'm thinking it's at 1 a.m. Jordan, and come to find out it's at 12 p.m. You know why? Because the clock moved forward an hour. Did any of them tell me? No. So first of all, it's this guy's birthday today, so make sure you wish a happy birthday to Tom Little. It's his birthday. He is 19 today. And the other guy creates the best analogies possibly on YouTube. So man like Kurdish, man like Tom Little. How are you guys doing?
Well, good
if I see any fucking happy birthday messages in the comments, I know you don't watch the streams regularly. That's how I can wear me out. It's not our fault that it's not our fault that you tried to set up a stream and didn't know the times.
It's not my fault. You're supposed to be Mr. International and you don't know the time in the UK. Hey, Mr. International.
Not our fault.
There you are. So just because I'm quote unquote Mr. International, I've got to have a world clock on my head.
Hey, that's just how it works. That's
so none of you could DM me like, hey, the clock went. None of that.
No. I thought you knew. You do football wars. You do so many streams. I thought it would have just clicked in your head.
Do you know the worst thing? It shows me you're not. It shows me you're not a good friend, because if you knew it was Tom's birthday today and you knew the clocks went forward, you would have wished him a birthday on midnight, but instead you wished him birthday an hour
later.
Yeah, an hour later. As we said an hour before.
So that's my fault again, huh? Blame Hussam. Hashtag blame Hussam. So let me just hear you guys' opinions on one thing before we just start the tier list stuff. Here's the news that broke before we went live. By the way, everyone watching us right now, 100 people in here already. Slap up the like button, subscribe. There is news that broke just before we go live that Conte's been sacked. So let me just get you guys' reactions quickly before we go on.
I'm not shocked now. I'm shocked from how I was expecting them to do this season. I thought if anyone could fix them, it would be Antonio Conte. That was my belief, and how wrong was I?
I didn't see it. I know Hussam was a big believer of it. I was
a big believer.
I didn't see it. I don't think anyone can fix that Tottenham squad. I think they need to blow it all up and just try again. There's too many weak mentalities. There's too much dirty laundry. Too many bad memories that squad just simply can't shift. I mean, I'm not shocked that it's happened. I think Conte deserves a hell of a lot better than Tottenham, and I feel sorry for Nagelsmann, who's been sacked from his dream job. His missus has left him, and now he's probably going to end up having to manage Youngman's son.
Listen,
man.
I just want to give my quick 2 cents. My quick 2 cents is as follows. I was a big believer in Conte. I never believed in Spurs as an institution. I believed in Conte. I thought if anyone's going to get them a trophy, it's going to be Conte. My man had just freshly won the Serie A. He won the Coppa Italia with Inter. He's done a lot of good work, for Inter Milan and everyone he's coached, literally. So if there was anyone that's going to do anything for Spurs, it was going to be Conte. And before that, if anyone was going to do anything for Spurs, it was going to be Mourinho. Bro, Spurs are a failed institution. I'm sorry. And this is just my honest opinion. If Conte and Mourinho can't get you to win a trophy, can't get you to the promised land, no one can. Like, what more do you want?
Mourinho literally had them on the cusp of it, and then they sacked them.
Insane. They were about to win the Carabao.
That was why I didn't back any of this stuff about Tottenham winning a trophy under Conte, because the owners don't want to win one. their owners will sacrifice a trophy for monetary gain. So they're not going to do. They're never going to amount to anything. The best performances at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium will always be whatever music artist turns up during the summer when there's no footy on. It's Beyonce this year. It'll be fucking Coldplay next year. Fucking Bruno Mars or someone the year after that. Ice Spice can go at some point.
Coldplay.
Yeah,
Do you know who they are?
they will make
You
just shit
literally
ton of
just
money.
turned 19. How the hell do you know who Coldplay are?
I can't stand you, Hassan. I can't stand
No,
you.
you know you love me. You know you love me. You love me fully, and there's no one you love on earth. more.
Name
Telling
3
you.
Coldplay songs, Tom. Name 3 Coldplay songs.
Name them right now.
I
Hold that.
was like, oh my god, I was gonna say
Hold
fucking.
that. So I was
I was-
right or I was wrong?
No, because I know Coldplay songs. Do you want to know what I was gonna? I was gonna go with fucking "Livin' La Vida Loca" instead of "Viva La Vida." I was gonna go with the fucking
Wow.
Shrek song
Man
instead.
says "Livin' La Vida Loca" as a Coldplay song, and then this guy blames me. So you see why? It's not me. More than you believe, I know this guy. Anyway, the tier lists are here. Keep, sell, loan. We're gonna do the whole stream thing so you can see us. Hey, see now how you can see
You're
us. on
welcome,
the
by the
top.
way, Hassan. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you, Tom. There's one thing that you did correct in your life. So, 110 people are in here. We ain't even started yet. Slap the like button, subscribe. There's no reason why we should be on 100 likes already. Big up everyone in the comment section. I see you guys, Mike, Yuvraj, Danny, Rich, S, Qusay, K, Messi FC, Hafiz, all the great people, Brohow, everyone who's always here, Usman, Barry Sweeney, Captain Sal, Maiji, Killian, Peter. Big up to everyone, man. Shout out to all of you guys. Big up H, big up Nasji. Slap up the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're here to do so. Bad, big up, you guys.
Is that who sings it, Ricky Martin? I just know it from Shrek. It was in
Ricky
Shrek, and
Martin.
it was a good tune in Shrek.
Yeah, it's
so.
Ricky Martin. Yeah.
Big up, man. Big up. So keep, sell, and loan. And we're gonna start this. I want to start with a heavy hitter. I want to start with someone that we're gonna disagree on. So let me put it in order of who I think we're gonna disagree on. So, Mr. Thomas
I think you
Little.
need another category as well of just release.
But same thing. We're just gonna put them in sell. Just to choose.
Okay.
You always want me to create extra tiers, huh? You always want me to do extra
But we
work
can't.
for no reason.
We're not going to sell Keita, are we? We're releasing him.
The tomato. He's leaving Liverpool.
No, but okay. So
Yeah,
then
there
it
you
wouldn't
are.
be sell. It'd be leave. It'd be leave. It wouldn't be sell.
So,
It'd be leave. Because we're not selling
You a
Keita, are we?
42-minute argument. Curtis Jones.
At loan, he can go out on loan.
This is why I don't come on. This is why I say to you, Hussam.
Kurdish, understand
anyone
the vision.
but Tom. Anyone but Tom. I say this to you every time we have this
Understand the
conversation.
vision, Kurdish. Understand the vision.
I don't want to.
No, you've got to understand the vision.
I don't
Curtis Jones could get us 20 million in this current market.
Yeah.
At a push, 20 million.
I agree.
I need him to go out on loan to a bang average team, have a bang average season. I'm getting 35.
No.
All I need him to do is have a Conor Gallagher at Palace type loan, and I can get 35.
Don't do that.
And then I'm fine. And then I'm fine.
Don't
Conor
disrespect
Gallagher
Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, don't disrespect
I
Conor
will disrespect
Gallagher.
Conor Gallagher.
You know how I feel about Conor Gallagher first and foremost. You know I like Conor. The second part, when I'm looking at Curtis Jones, 20 million is the most you will ever get for him. Ever. So if I'm getting that now or next year, I'm getting rid now.
I'm sorry.
I reckon you can get more if you go for a loan.
But why do you want to loan him? What, like, when I want to loan someone I see
for future
something in
monetary
him.
gain? For future don't take this as me, going, oh, we'll loan him out, you'll develop, and then he comes back in and plays a part. No. This is Curtis Jones going out on loan for the season, so we can get 15 to 20 million more, provided he performs averagely to maybe slightly above average.
Can I give you a
This is what
different
I'm saying to
scenario?
Mike. Like,
Can
Mike
I?
just said here. He's had 5 good minutes his whole life. Like 2 minutes against Porto, 30 seconds against Everton, 1 minute against Brentford. Like, he has moments, like, if you combine them all, it's probably 15 minutes total what he's had.
Can I give you an alternative to what Tom said? He goes on loan. He goes on loan and he does what we actually all know when he gets minutes and stinks the whole place up. He plays terrible for the whole season and his value goes to 5 to 10 million.
Curtis Jones' value won't drop that low.
Yes, it will.
No, it won't. No 23-year-old young English midfielder's value is below 10 million if they play. for a
Curtis
top
Jones.
English team.
Curtis Jones
It's
will.
not.
Listen,
It wouldn't be, especially since he's got a longer term contract. He will the lowest he will go is 15. So I'm
Why can't-
happy. I'm happy to risk out on missing £5 million. So instead of the 20, I will take the risk of missing out on 5 million to potentially get 15.
Why can't he grow a proper afro?
That's a scout's haircut. You don't want afros. Too messy. You want the little shit one that works.
He can't even do a proper one. What?
No, because you can't. He won't be able to get a proper skin fade on his afro. Then
Honestly, look, Tom. All jokes aside, is there any value in loaning Curtis Jones? Because there's a couple of players I actually would loan, but like, what's the value in it?
Yeah,
that's
so
what
straight away you're gonna get a loan fee for Curtis Jones.
There's two things that could happen. Number one, he goes out on loan, he develops, he has an unbelievable season, and he comes out and he becomes part of the Liverpool squad, if you would like. And the second thing is he increases his value. Now, my thing is as follows, and I probably agree more with Kurdish's side of things. I don't see a world in which Curtis Jones increases his value. Like, I don't see a world in which he goes out on loan and suddenly he costs 20 million more than if you wanted to buy him now. That's the thing. I actually see a reverse world. Maybe he gets, God forbid, an injury or something, and like, I just don't see the benefit. There's only one benefit of keeping Curtis Jones, and one only, and that's the homegrown quota. There is literally zero other benefits to any of this.
I'm of the belief that a loan for Curtis Jones is a better risk reward ratio than selling him right now, because I think.
Explain.
So let's say I don't believe his value will drop lower than 15, even if he has a bit of a poor loan spell, because he will just retain a value for being young, English, and having played for a big team, and having fucking a goal scored 4 years ago. He will retain a value for that. Let's not try and act like he wouldn't. So we would get a loan fee for Curtis Jones about 1 to 2 million. So then that gets us to 16, 17 million. If he was to have a bad loan, then we get rid. So that's only a 3 million loss. I'm happy to take the risk of a £3 million loss to potentially earn 10 to 15 more than what we would have got if we sold him now. There is no issue with loaning him out. And then if it doesn't work out, it's not like we're losing out on everything. We're losing out on at most 5 million.
Do you know what we're losing out on?
The potential risk of a 15 million.
Do you know every single day Curtis Jones is associated with Liverpool Football Club? Do you know what we're losing out on, Tom?
What are we losing out on?
We're losing out on pride and honour.
Brother, we've employed Adrian for 3 years. We have no pride left.
No,
our pride is in the gutter. The moment we gave Adrian a new contract, our pride was non-existent. So I won't hear the pride arguments.
No. You may have noticed I've not said anything, or I've just stayed in silent, just because you know how I feel about this. I'm counting how many players there are there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Is it 22? 24? 24 players on that list, right?
Yeah, but a lot of them we won't argue.
24 players. There are 23 players that I would rather keep and send on loan, including Virgil van Dijk, than Curtis Jones. I would rather put Virgil van Dijk on loan for free and pay his wages at a different club than have Curtis Jones associated with my football club much longer. I would start the season with Joe Gomez and Joel Matip if it meant I could get rid of Curtis Jones right now.
You're just chatting shit.
No, I'm not. He's that bad of a footballer, Tom. Tom, the man.
I'm happy to gamble on that loan. It's not like he's going to be here next year. If he's on loan, he's not at the club. I'm just happy to take the gamble on getting more money.
Every time he gets the ball, he starts sweating like a nun holding a pregnancy test.
That's fantastic. What does that have to do with us loaning him out?
Just be panicked.
I wouldn't have to watch it. I wouldn't have to watch it. So
here's my main problem with Curtis Jones. This is my main problem. Not direct enough or dynamic enough to play on the wing. In the 10, doesn't release the ball quickly, has horrible decision making. In the 8, not athletic enough. In the 6, not defensively sound enough. Where do we go with him? He's just one of these guys who's has a little bit, not even a bit of everything, a little bit of everything. Like, he can pass, okay. He can dribble, okay. He can shoot, okay. He's just like an overall player, but he's crap. And then you've got people like Selection who are aesthetics merchant who'll tell you Jones our best youngster. For his own well-being, he needs to get far away from Klopp. Klopp can't handle certain profiles, Jones and Value being two. First of all, I'm insulted that you put Fabio Carvalho and Curtis Jones as the same profile, because they most definitely are not the same profile, because Fabio Carvalho is 10 times the player, has shown me more already in a much shorter period of time. And second of all, my brother, when it comes to Curtis Jones, if he goes to Aston Villa, the maximum he's going to get is like 3 goals, 2 assists. The Villa fans are going to boo him when they're sick and tired of his horrible decision making. And my brother, when you say he's our best youngsters, Bajcetic exists, pal. Show some respect to Stefan Bajcetic. He literally won Player of the Month. That's how impactful he's been. So let's have a bit of shame and
I think
decorum.
Curtis Jones won Player of the Month 1 month.
Yeah, 2015.
Did he? Hold on, I need to actually check this. Did Curtis Jones win Liverpool's Player of the Month?
Don't do it. Our club deserves more respect. Don't do it. People are watching.
Curtis Jones Player of the Month.
Don't do it. Our club has higher standards. Don't do it. People are watching.
Player.
Okay, so let's go majority vote. Tom, what's your vote?
Loan.
Kurdish?
Sell, without a doubt.
And let me give you guys an inside information. Let me give you, see, Selection, you live to be edgy. You live, you know, you wake up every day, you scratch yourself. If you're not edgy, you don't know what to do with the rest of your day. How on earth are you going to tell me Bajcetic is not better? Brother, Bajcetic carried our old midfield multiple games. Lord have mercy on my soul. Anyway, so I'm just going to share a secret with you guys. I wanted you guys to have this conversation so we can have honest dialogues about Curtis Jones. But if Kurdish said keep and Tom Little said keep, I'm pulling rank and I'm doing sell. Like, this was one of them ones where he was going to go on the sell thing regardless. Like, I'm tired of it. He's going to go on the sell. So, and by the way, sorry, Selection, AJ is a Manchester City fan. AJ supports Manchester City and he wants Bajcetic. Can you imagine? AJ supports Man City and he wants Bajcetic, and you're telling me he ain't better than Curtis. Have some shame and decorum. By the way, we ain't going to spend a lot of time on all these players. Like, no one's trying to have a whole convo about Alisson, keep, sell, or loan. The ones that we have to discuss, we'll discuss. But there's a lot of them that probably have no discussions on it. Anyway, big up to you, AJ. I appreciate the super chat. Big up, Selection. Everyone watching us right now, slap the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. And Selection, I've got a challenge for you. Whilst we move on, tell me one thing that Curtis Jones does at a very good level on the football pitch. Now, next up, the hologram. We'll start with Kurdish with this one. Calvin Ramsay.
I keep around because I think he could give Trent competition next year. I think if you let him recover, he's got 8 months. When's he back? He's back at the end, before the season, right? Before the start of the season.
I think he's back halfway through pre-season. I think
halfway pre-season. So you give him half pre-season and you blend him in. Yeah, I keep.
Tom?
I loan him out. You know my opinion on how I would manage our right back thing next year. I think he needs a loan. He needs consistent game time to actually grow into. His issue isn't muscle injuries. It's the fact that he's growing and he can't deal with it. It's the same thing Stevie went through when he was his age. So I think he needs a loan, and I think he needs a chance to get consistent football that isn't fucking 3 games in half a season.
We are also bearing into mind what these do in terms of costs, right? Because if we put him on loan, that means we do need to sign a right back.
No, you don't.
You're putting Joe Gomez at right back?
I'm putting Joe Gomez at right back.
Who's Sam?
Let's go into a dream world. Ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
There's a football club in the championship that can save us. And Tom Little knows about this, so don't spoil it for me.
Okay, all right.
Don't spoil it.
Mm-hmm.
We call Norwich City. The ones that wear the Glazers colors. We call them. And we go like, you see that right back you got? Man like Max Aarons. I like him, And then we're like, just so you know, I'm going to give you Calvin Ramsay on loan, and I'm going to pay for his wages this whole year. so you don't have to worry about the wages. Give him experience and give me Max Aarons for 15 million. Are you both taking that?
Yeah.
Can I
I
get?
mean, I was the one who created the idea, so yeah. Again,
You're
if
so
Max
full of
Aarons was a
crap.
possibility, yeah.
No, you're full of crap. Your idea was the Tariq Lamptey one. Don't lie.
No, my idea was not the Tariq Lamptey one. My idea
Yes,
was
it was.
My idea, no, Kit, no. My idea was bring in Max Aarons for 15, loan Calvin Ramsay to them, because everyone was saying Tariq Lamptey this, Tariq Lamptey that. I was going, right, he's 22. You were the one with the Tariq Lamptey idea, because you said he cost
you
5
were the Tariq
million.
Lamptey
You
guy.
said he cost 5 million.
Okay,
said he
I
cost
hold my hand
5
up. I
million.
did say Tariq Lamptey cost 5 million. That's where I messed up. But don't lie. Tariq Lamptey was your idea.
Tariq Lamptey was not my... Max Aarons was my one.
No,
Max Aarons was my one because my idea revolved around loaning out Calvin Ramsay.
What the hell? Are you for real?
100%. Obviously, I'm fucking for real. Why else would I think of Max Aarons? I don't watch the Championship. I just know he's a solid right back who's got Prem experience, who will be stuck down there because they're not going to get promoted, and that's a chance for us to develop a player. Whilst, if we don't want to go with Joe Gomez at right back, we bring someone in for a similar price who can have an impact.
Kurdish, it's your decision, brother. What are you saying?
No. If Max
Why
Aarons,
are you against it though? You're against Max Aarons?
yeah, that's the thing. If you're giving me a quality where the difference is big enough where I can say okay. So if you're bringing me Tariq Lamptey, I'm not blinking at that deal. I'm doing that deal right now. But if you're bringing me Max Aarons, it's not a conversation. No, I keep Ramsay. I play him in Carabao Cups. I play him in the FA Cups. I play him in some Champions League games and some Premier League games. He stays. He stays.
Has he shown you enough when he's come on?
The sample size is so small.
So small.
How many appearances has he actually made for us?
I think 3.
I think 3, maximum 3.
Yeah, 3.
Calvin Ramsay, he has made... It doesn't even appear when you search his name. You've got to go onto a website to find it. Normally it just appears. He has made...
Ajax
2.
was 1. 2.
He's made 2.
Was Ajax 1?
No, Napoli and Derby.
Napoli was the one. On that small sample size, I am sticking by my decision, and I'm keeping him.
I just think he needs a loan.
He's looked good every time he's come on.
I think he'd benefit more from a loan. I think he needs that consistent game time whilst he's trying to push through these injuries and everything. So I think he needs that loan. And I think whether it's we bring in someone...
That's the thing.
Or
that's where the conversation goes.
Or we just use Joe Gomez for one more year.
No.
That's what I discussed.
Look, if Joe Gomez is the option, then no. That can't be an option. Joe Gomez can't be an option. So it's either you're bringing in Max Aarons or someone better, or you stick with this guy. James Milner and Joe Gomez cannot be options next year.
100%, I agree.
For right back. They can't be.
I don't want them to be.
I'm going to be real with you guys. I was going to put Calvin in loan, but Kurdish has fully convinced me because I'm an open-minded guy. If you convince me of something, I'll be convinced. But Kurdish has actually convinced me. You know what? I'm just going to keep him. I think he's maybe a little bit unlucky with the injuries and stuff. When he's come on, he's defended the back post well. I see some tech in him. He's 2-footed, which is nice. Like, I'm actually keeping him, you know. I actually agree with Kurdish. I'm keeping him 100%. I genuinely, look, pre-show I was going to do this. But after listening to Kurdish, I'm 100% doing this now. Like, I just think it's definitely a keep. And I think about...
No, but let's be honest. I'm going to be completely and utterly honest. I just want a complete and utter honest answer from you. James Milner's getting that new contract. So if push comes to shove, next year, Trent Alexander-Arnold's out for a game. Who's Klopp putting in at right back?
No, but this is why I'm keeping him, because I don't want him to keep Milner.
Yeah, but then that's my point. If he's not going to be used as the backup right back because James Milner's there,
but he will be
why
used.
Are we keeping him?
But this is what you're missing out, right? 30 minutes in, James Milner's got a yellow card. Klopp's bringing him off at half time. I need a right back. I'm still taking him over Joe Gomez.
So then Joe Gomez is going in. We know as we know as well, Kurdish, you know as well as I do. If he had a choice between Calvin Ramsay or Joe Gomez at right back, he's going Joe Gomez.
No.
He's going for that experience, regardless how shit it is.
I'd
So
take
this is why I'm sitting there going, I would loan out Calvin Ramsay so I can guarantee he gets that game time, because I don't want to buy a 19-year-old who then barely plays for the next 3 years. We sell him off for 5 million later down the line. We go, oh, what if? I want the kid to have the best possible chance he can have. And I think he needs consistent game time for that. And we can't give him that. So I would loan him out.
But here's the thing. Don't you think if he sticks around and he gets that opportunity to be the backup right back. Okay, let's take Tom Little's side of the argument. Next season starts, our first Carabao Cup game, Calvin Ramsay plays.
Mm-hmm.
He plays really well because he's shown us enough already, which I think he has shown us enough.
Mm-hmm.
So Calvin Ramsay plays, he impresses. What makes you think that if Trent is out, Calvin won't play? That's what I'm saying.
Because
like, we already have a backup right back. Why should we create a problem for ourselves?
Because guess what? Calvin Ramsay played well this season against Napoli and against Derby when he played. Really positive. And
so he got opportunities then?
No, because then he was not included in any of the matchday squads after that.
He was never fit.
But Kurdish, he was fit up until January 14th.
No, he wasn't. Every week we hear about a different injury.
Yeah, but no, fit is different, Tom. He wasn't injured, but he wasn't fit, Tom.
He was quite literally playing youth football games because we just refused to play him. Sorry, no, he was fit until the 22nd of January. Up until the 22nd of January, from the 22nd of October, Calvin Ramsay was 100% fit. And he was playing week in, week out for that youth team.
And he came
He got on the bench once against Tottenham. Didn't come on. Then was not in any of the matchday squads from matchday 16 to matchday 21. After matchday 21, he was injured. Matchday 21 was Chelsea, where Trent Alexander-Arnold wasn't fit, and Calvin Ramsay wasn't even included in the matchday squad. But so Tom, what evidence do I have to go off now that he will be given that chance? I have none.
I'll tell you the evidence. Yes, you do. After 6 months, he starts blending players into the team. We know he loves his 6 months. We know that. We know he loves it. Look, I don't think, unless you can bring me a replacement, I don't think you lose anything by keeping Ramsay. That's the way I see it. You don't lose anything by keeping him.
Yeah, I'm keeping him. I'm taking that risk rather than having to go find a backup.
Can I just say one thing? One more decision like this, and Tom is going to say this is a Middle Eastern alliance against him.
No. Because I actually agreed with Tom. Pre-stream, I agreed with Tom. But after listening to you, I actually agree with you. I'm very with you. So, next up, let's make it interesting here. See? We're going to group these two together. Matip and Gomez. Tom Little, you start for this one.
You know my opinion. My opinion is Calvin Ramsay out on loan, keep Joe Gomez to go sit at backup right back, and then sell Joel Matip.
Kurdish?
Completely the other way. Completely.
I'm keeping Joel Matip.
I'm keeping Joel Matip and I'm getting rid of
how many defenders are you buying in the summer?
Again, what are we doing? Are we doing realistic? Are we doing
realistically? How many centre backs do you think Liverpool will buy?
So look, realistically, I'd be happy with one, and all I'm doing is getting rid of Gomez, and I'm bringing one in for him.
See, I think there's a world where we get two. I think there is a world where we get two, but one is a flexible one that can work at fullback. But we get two. We get two defenders who can play centre back. Maybe one's a natural fullback or whatever. So, if I keep Joel Matip, he's fifth choice centre back with zero other fucking.
If I'm getting two, I'm not keeping any. If I'm getting two, I'm not keeping any.
I'm sorry. Look, I know this. Joe Gomez has been shit at centre back. I'm not gonna sit there and argue that. But when Joe Gomez has played at right back, he's been passable, and that's all I need for my backup right back for another year.
Who are you getting more money
for?
All
I need.
Who are you getting more money for?
Am I getting more? I'm getting about 30 for Joe Gomez, and I'm getting about 15 for Matip.
There you go. That's why.
But then, let me go with this. Let's say Calvin Ramsay is still struggling with his injuries next year. Very real possibility. Still growing lad. We sell Joe Gomez. We're down to just James Milner as the backup right back. So then we'd have to go out and buy someone because we're not just running with James Milner at backup right back when he's having injury problems himself. That backup right back then costs you 20 million, 15 to 20 million. Same price as Simicast I'm going with. So then for selling Joe Gomez, you've got £10 million for it. If you sell Matip, you don't need to go out and buy another centre-back because you've got one already, albeit he's a bit shit. But you've got a body there. So you get to pocket the full 15 to go spend on what you actually want to use it on.
I hear it.
I don't want to keep Joe Gomez, but I'm looking at it from a very FSG heavy point of view where they're going to look at the value. So they will keep Joe Gomez because he can go sit at backup right back, think about how shit he's been, think about his next move in 2 years' time with Southampton or whoever it is. Joe Matip has to go now because we're never seeing money like this for Matip again.
I hear it.
All we need is Gomez to have a passable backup right back season and we get 25. And then I'm happy. Because if, let's say, we sell Joe Gomez for 30, next year, Joe Matip's out of contract. So we get nothing for him.
Yeah. Look, I'm happy. I'm happy to concede this one. Not many arguments on my side.
Speaking of conceding, Selection comes back with his Jones prop. Answer me this. Does Klopp understand what type of player Jones is and does he know his strength? Klopp done tried to change his character about 6 times. Do you guys agree with this train of thought?
I think Curtis Jones has no best position because I don't think he knows where his best position is because we've chucked him everywhere. I've got sympathy for him on that front, but that's about it. I think when he played false 9 for the under-21s, he was all right there. Maybe that's where his future lies as a second striker of sorts, but it won't be at Liverpool. It won't be at Liverpool. That's the be-all end-all because we're simply not playing a system that works for him. I feel sorry because he was a left winger who came through playing a different role when he finally broke into the first team, never existed. He was playing that Coutinho type. And that's an issue we've got with our youth system as a whole. They have to play the same system from top level to youth level. They have to. I've said this so many times. I will say this again. Do you, man, know what formation our under-21s play?
I think they play a 3-5-2, right?
Yeah, a 3-5-2, 5-3-2. So they play a back 3. So straight away, all the centre-backs that come up are fucked because it's a complete different way of playing. The wing-backs are fucked because it's a complete different way of playing. Our strikers are fucked because they're playing with 2 strikers and not, they're playing with another striker and not 2 wingers. That is an inherent issue with our club as a whole. And I feel for Curtis Jones because when he came through, he was a left winger, very much of the Coutinho mould of a role where it was free. Not saying he was as good, but I'm saying that was the role they put him in. They put him in that role to be that free Roman left side of the attacker. He came into the team and it was, lad, you're not getting ahead of Sadio Mane ever. So go play centre mid. And then he was just fucked.
You know my problem.
The thing is, like I described it earlier, he ain't a 10 or an 8 or a 6 or a winger. Where do we play him?
Hussam, you know these conversations when we have these conversations. Another player that they always say is Mason Mount. He's not an 8. He's not a winger. He's not a 9, right? Because the player himself isn't good enough to make any position that position. Whilst when I talk about a Phil Foden, I can put him on the wing. I can put him in cam. I can put him in midfield, and all of a sudden he's brilliant in all 3. And do you know what it comes down to? It doesn't come about the system because when you're young, a manager isn't going to move his star player out for you. What he's going to do is say, here's your chance. Go show me what you can do. And if you can't do it on the wing, and if you can't do it in cam, and if you can't do it in strike, let me put you at centre-back. Let me see what you're going to do at centre-back. But no, you don't want to play there because you think you can have a goal from Everton 17 yards out once in your lifetime. And from now on, I have to look at you as Socrates. And I have to listen to people say you can get 20 goals a year and you can behave like Socrates.
Thank God Pete ain't on the stream.
My bro, you can't play cam, you can't play cam, you can't play the wing, and then people are telling me he's the scout's Phil Foden, whilst I have to watch Phil Foden dunk on my head every time I play him.
I can't remember. Maybe he done it in the COVID year. When did we play Jones at attacking mid? Because I don't remember us doing that.
I can't remember. I've seen him there. I've seen him everywhere.
And it doesn't matter, but we've seen him in those areas and he's still crap. Big up to Mike who says only way to get FSG to spend is to sell, empty the roster so they are forced to empty the bank. So if you are on the fence for a player, just sell. I actually hear your perspective, Mike, but this is what Hussam, Kurdish, and Tom would do if we were FSG type thing, like if we owned the club. So yeah, I hear you. And you make a valid point. And now I'm going to solve the Gomez and Matip problem. But before I do that, everyone watching this right now, make sure you slap the like button, make sure you subscribe, to this football if you're ready to do so. Tom, I'm in the middle of housekeeping.
No,
Make
but
sure you slap the like
I
button.
am housekeeping with Curtis Jones here. I've found the exact number of minutes he's played at attacking midfield for Liverpool.
Can I tell them to like first?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Curtis
thank
can
you.
have a
Big
think
up
about
to
how many
Mike, big
minutes
up
it is.
Selection and AJ for the super chats. Everyone else, make sure you slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe to this football right now. And by the way, big up. We just hit 12k subscribers. Gracias, amigos. Unfortunately, it had to be over a Curtis Jones argument, but make sure you slap up the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Go on, Tom. What do you want to say?
Have a guess how many minutes Curtis Jones has played at attacking midfield in his career.
Too many.
That's not a suitable answer. I'm going to need a number.
Too many on the
I'm gonna need a
football
number.
pitch.
And
I
I'm
have
going to go
no
on senior
idea.
football. Do you want to know? It's 14.
5?
You got 14 minutes in a 3-0 win against Crystal Palace last season. At the start of the season, you got 14 minutes. That's the only minutes he's ever played at attacking midfield for Liverpool. So I think it's a bit soon to write him off as an attacking midfielder, per se. I think that's why he needs a loan, so I can go see him in attacking midfield and then go, yeah, no, you're shit. Or go, right, you're an attacking midfielder, never works for us, but we're getting money from some dickhead club who wants a young English attacking midfielder. That's my vision on the loan anyway. But we'll move on. Who have we got next?
Okay, fair enough. So look, Gomez and Matip. I don't know why I'm agreeing with Kurdish. I thought I'd disagree with this guy a lot. But Tom Little already knows my opinion. Look, and this, by the way, relates to what Mike says here. We've also got to keep finances in our brain a little bit. This is how I look at it. The money that's generated from Joe Gomez gets me Quadio Kone. Like that's how I think about it. Like I think about it like, look, and Tom, by the way, is right. Matip will get you 10 to 15 million, but Gomez gets me 30. Like and by the way, I need every bit of that 30. And I can look at it multiple different ways, and Tom knows this. Like that 30 million, I can use it to sign Kone. That 30 million, I can add 10 million on top, sign Ugarte. That 30 million, I could do whatever and just end up signing someone, for that money that I desperately need. And I look at it from the perspective of Gomez has been crap, Matip's been crap. However, Joe Gomez generates double the money, which I would then need. And because I'm keeping Calvin Ramsay, I don't need Gomez to play backup right back anymore. Do I trust him to play backup center back? Hell to the no. I trust Nat Phillips more. So I'm going sell Gomez and keep Matip. I think that's fair. Tom, if you want to argue it, go for it.
Look, my whole thing on it comes from the fact that I don't think we should be keeping Calvin Ramsay. I think he needs to go play football. But I will go back to the finances point. We miss out on more money doing it your way. That's a cold hard fact. We miss out on more money doing it your way.
How?
So we sell Joe Gomez for 30 million this year. Joe Matip leaves on a free next year because his contract's up. So that's 30 million flat.
Yeah, I give the
if we sell Matip now for 15, sell Joe Gomez in a year's time for 20, 25, maybe even more if he has a passable season at right back. That's what, 45, 50 million? Straight away, that's 20 million more. This club should be able to afford fucking 30 million out of their own pocket for a year to make it back and more next year. That's my point of view on it anyway.
But how are you so sure that we make it back? Because Gomez at this moment in time has a bit of relevancy still. Like
once again, if Tyrone Mings is able to fetch near on £20 million 3 years ago, Joe Gomez is fetching minimum 25. He's younger. He's got a better reputation. And
so sell him while he's young. 26. Sell him now. Why are we waiting for?
He's 25. So he goes to 27. So then there's people going, oh, we'll take him in the prime of his career then. Your point is stupid because he's never going to drop below £15 million in value. So my point is we will get more money if we sell Matip before we sell Gomez.
But I trust Matip though.
I don't.
I trust Matip a lot more than I trust Gomez.
So let's bear in mind we're going to go back.
So Matip and Konate, Matip and Van Dijk, Matip and Inacio, for example. I'm cool with that, bro. Carabao Cup, FA Cup.
I'm not.
Champions League, dead rubber game.
I think Joe Matip's physicality is just went.
Okay, Tom, let me put it to you this way. If you were forced, someone had a knife to your throat and said you've got to play either Gomez or Matip in a centre-back position, comment section answer and Tom Little answer.
Stab me in the neck because I don't want to see you.
Tom, you've got to answer. Be real. You've got to answer. So for example, okay, look. Put it this way, right? Van Dijk's available.
I'm not keeping a player for a one-off game, am I? when I
No, but
look
you're
at
missing
it,
the point. Look.
no, but
Van
I'm
Dijk
not
said-
because you're trying to weigh it because obviously in a one-off game, I think Matip can have a better game
Okay,
than
there you
Gomez.
go.
But
Yeah.
I'm not keeping Joel Matip for a one-off game, am I? I'm keeping him for a season. And Joel Matip, let's bear in mind the system that we're playing. It's a high
So you
line.
don't trust him playing
he
Carabao
is
Cup, FA
he
Cup?
is slow as shit. He is slow as shit, and he's only getting slower, and he's only getting more injury prone, and he's only getting less strong. Whereas Joe Gomez, we keep him back up right back for a season. I don't have to see him. I can see him on the inside training if I want to. If I feel that lost without Joe Gomez, I'll turn on inside training and go watch him have a shot. And I'll be like, whoa, there's Joe Gomez. But financially, it makes more sense to sell Matip now and keep Joe Gomez for a year. And that's what I think this has to be about. Because the quality difference in them is not big enough to justify losing out on 15 to 20 million. It's not.
I think there is a quality difference there. That is clear to see. Matip's problem is his
Is it
athletic-
20 million? Is it 20 million pounds difference considering how we operate?
Yes.
No.
Look, next year, let's assume for the sake of argument, we sign Inacio. Inacio has a knock and he cannot play the next game. Konate is out because he's always injured. Am I going to go? Do I trust Matip and Van Dijk for a game? Absolutely. Do I trust Gomez? No. I don't trust him to play the role that he's supposed to play.
Again, it comes down to how many centre-backs are you buying? I'm buying 2. You're probably only buying 1. So then...
No, but you're buying 2. That's just a dream world right there.
How is it a dream world?
Who's the 2?
My 2 centre-backs, Inacio and Yuri and Timber.
But how much is Timber going to cost?
40 to 50.
And how much is Inacio going to cost?
About 30. I think he's got a release clause of around 30.
So you want to spend 70 million on 2 centre backs?
Yes, because then I don't have to touch centre back again for
Okay, let me
years.
tell you this, Tom. If I'm getting 2 centre backs, I'm doing this. I'm selling both then.
Again, this is where it comes down to what Ramsay is. At the end of the day, I'd sell both.
No, but then do you agree with
I
that
could
if
rely
we
on
sign
Ramsay?
2 centre backs?
If we sign 2 centre backs, yes, because we're keeping Calvin
Just sell
Ramsay, even
both
though I
then.
don't agree with it. But then again, you're asking me what I would do, and what I would do is loan out Ramsay and keep Joe Gomez. And I think if
But
we're
here's
only
the thing.
keeping one, I'm keeping Joe Gomez for a purely financial reason. If I'm keeping Gomez, I'm keeping Nat Phillips as well, and I'll just play Nat Phillips ahead of him. Or I'd actually sooner play You know what? I will sooner play Fabinho at centre back ahead of Matip and Gomez. I'll stand
Okay,
by that.
so here's my thing. If we sign 2 centre backs, then my thing is as follows. Van Dijk, Konate, let's say Inacio, Timber. You said Timber. Timber can play right back as well. So even the reason I'm keeping Gomez goes out the window.
But then what? Again, it doesn't, because what if let's say we need to rotate? I can't have Timber play both centre back and right back for the game, can I?
No, but then you put Timber right back. You
It's
put
crazy
the
because
other
we've
2.
not even talked about Van Dijk yet. We've not even talked about Van Dijk, and we've got these issues at centre back.
Yeah.
Again, look, it's how I would. It'd be better if each of us had our own individual ones, because then it would make a lot more sense. Because right now, it looks like I'm just preaching about something that's not being said. In my mind, my list isn't this.
You know what the problem is? If we sell Matip, Gomez, and Van Dijk, we literally don't have any centre backs at the club apart from Konate.
No, but of course we're not
Why are
gonna
you
sell
selling
Van Dijk.
Virgil van Dijk?
Who's not selling Van Dijk, Sam?
Oh God. Okay. Let's get to it then. Look, here's the thing. Based on us signing 1 centre back, this is the majority rule. If we're gonna sign 2, then this. So in a realistic world, I'm probably gonna do this because we're probably gonna sign 1. Majority rules. Sorry. Tom.
Sorry, Tom. I agreed with you, Tom.
It was literally it was a 2v1 vote for my idea, and it still ended up in his idea. By majority vote. I can't believe it.
Okay, so Alisson Becker, are we keeping or selling?
Oh fuck it, I'll say sell because I'm not winning a single one of these, am I? So
No,
relax.
Of course we're keeping. And by the way, I'm gonna put him at the top of keeping. Like there's no other player I'm gonna keep as much as I want to keep Alisson, bro. Honestly, me and Tom spoke about it yesterday or 2 days ago. Like, bro, without this guy, we'd be like 15th, fam. Like, it's just.
No, we'd be. I think he's like. I'd done it ages ago, so I don't think the stats are up to date now. It was when he had an XG like save rate of 8. So I went to those games, not all of them, but I took about 8 goals off, give or take, and it took us from we were 7th at the time to 17th.
Oh Lord Almighty.
Alisson Becker is the reason we're not in the relegation zone.
Yeah. Satadisha, I've explained it already. Gomez simply generates more funds. 30 million. I'm gonna need that. Give me the 30 million.
again,
That's Kone
You get
already.
more money doing it the other way, but hey ho.
It is what it is. So next up, point of contention. Man like Harvey Elliott. What do we
The
do? with
project. The project.
What do we do
I
with
keep him.
Harvey?
Tom,
Tom, what do we do with Harvey?
You keep him and he's backup right wing for Salah, so we can have an actual fucking depth option for the first time in his career. That isn't Shaqiri, who, let's not forget, I saw Shaqiri prop the other day, and do you want to know why I will never give Shaqiri prop? That man took 6 months off to go. Do you not remember after the Barca game we never saw him again up until
He had a hair
December?
transplant. He had a hair
Yeah,
transplant.
so we could have a hair transplant. He sacrificed 6 months of his Liverpool career so we could have a new fucking trim.
Tom,
And you
from
want me
someone
to,
who's
you
got
want
a
me to
hair
respect
transplant,
that?
I understand it. From someone who's got a hair transplant.
You got a hair transplant?
Yeah, Habibi.
Your
Where's
job
your
though
Middle
isn't
Eastern
your job
gene,
isn't that
bro?
though, is it, kid? I've got no problem. I've got no
You
problem.
got
with
hair
having a
till
hair
like
transplant.
70.
But when you're our only depth, you're our only Salah depth.
Hey, he's
I'm not
got
having you fuck off
priorities,
for
man.
6 months to go with a
He's got-
hair transplant.
He's got priorities.
He played 5. He barely qualified for a medal if he won the title. You know, he
He
barely
looks great
qualified
now.
for a medal.
He looks great now. Have you seen his hair? He looks great. He looks great.
So, Kurdish, what are you saying on Harvey?
It was the maddest thing because you hadn't seen anything. You thought he'd gone, and then he just rocks up on the bench one day, and you see
Full head
Fabrizio
full of-
Shaqiri with a full head. Then you're going, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Yeah. It's tough, but I'm with Tom. No, I'm with Tom. We keep him. We keep him. I really like Elliott, but after Wolves, I think I said it to Tom. I was done with the project. I was ready to finish the project off.
I'm done with the project at centre mid. It's a fucking shit project of him at centre mid.
I don't think he's ever going to become what we think or thought he was going to become. I don't think he's ever going to become that player. But yeah, I keep just for what he is. Yeah, we keep him. We keep him.
And we're gonna have a straight flush here. I thought we'd disagree. I can't lie. I thought Kurdish was gonna let us down on this one. See, Tom, if Kurdish said loan, I would have agreed with you. I'm not anti-Tom. I'm pro-Tom. Let's go, Tom Little. That's my
I'll tell
guy.
you
Right
what, Harvey Elliott's record on the wing for us is actually really good. He's played
I'm keeping Harvey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games and got 3 goals and an assist. He's got a goal.
Yeah.
He's got a goal contribution every 2 games from the wing, and that's not even all starts. So I think I'd do another year or 2 of the project of him on the wing. 100%, I would.
You lose nothing. You lose
I
nothing.
can't lie to you. If we sign 2 centre backs and 3 centre midfielders and there's no money left for right wing and he's just backup for Salah and the Carabao Cup and stuff, I genuinely wouldn't mind it. And I think there is no reason to hate on Harvey either. Like, he's just a young guy been thrown in the Lions and the deep end. Sorry, they all play like crap anyway now, so we can't blame him. Even the good players are crap. So I'm putting Harvey Elliott in the keep section.
He's just an apple in a fruit bowl. He's just there. He's nothing exciting. He's not like pineapple. He's just an apple. It's everyday fruit.
I don't need my depth to be exciting. I've dealt with fucking James Milner's depth for 7 years.
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay.
It's depth. That's all it is. It's depth.
Yeah. And he listens to good music, and he's quite cool.
He's decent on the YouTube channel as well.
Yeah,
he'd probably get us some revenue on the
We
YouTube
need
channel.
we need them subscribers. We need them.
That's it. That's it.
So speaking of needing subscribers, I was gonna segue to the next guy, but let me just read these 2 super chats first. Big up to Ryan, consistent support on the channel, my brother. Big up to you. Love for the love, Habibi. He says sell Fabinho as well and Jota for 70 million. We're getting there. Oh, I promise you, we're gonna get there. Oh, we're gonna have these uncomfortable conversations because a whole lot of the squad ain't nothing uncomfortable to be had. You know, I might as well get rid of the ones right now who there is no conversations to be had on. You know, and just put them in keep. So just we make our life easier. Just because there's many left, don't you think that we're going to spend 5 hours on each one of them? Like, some of them, it's not even 10 seconds. Big up to Ryan says, Gomez, Matip, Ox, Keita, Elliott, Jones, Henderson, Sell. Brother, listen, I disagree with Elliott, Sell. I'm keeping Elliott. And actually, all 3 of us disagree. I'm keeping Elliott, definitely, 100%. Big up to you, Ryan. Thank you so much for the super chat once again. Big up AJ, big up Selection, and big up to Mike Das. Everyone, slap the like button, subscribe to the channel right now. So, Thomas Little, you start us off with this one. James Milner, what are we doing?
I've got no issue with him staying, to be fair. He'll be on less money. I've got genuinely zero problem with him staying at the football
Okay,
club.
Tom, let me put it to you this way. Both of them together, Henderson, Milner, because they come as a package.
Yeah, one has to go. One has to go.
Yes.
And
we both know both are staying. Let's just clear the air. We both know both are staying.
Yeah, but this is our world, Tom. This is not
Yes.
Jurgen Klopp. This is our world.
Hendo can go.
Yeah, Hendo can go. Milner can stay.
I can't believe we're not even going to argue this because I actually agree, you know?
I've generally got no problem with James Milner. I've got zero issue with James Milner.
Ship Club back to Germany. Selection, man. Have some shame. Have some shame and decorum, honestly. Please, brother. 1 ounce of shame develop. That's all I want. Just 1 ounce of shame from you. But big up to you for the super chat. So I actually agree with the guys. I'm doing this and I'm doing this. I'm getting rid of Henderson as quick as possible. As quick as possible. Just get him out the way as quick as possible. And I don't mind Milner. I actually prefer Milner playing in midfield than Henderson. Even in midfield. Because Milner has 100 times the ability and he does the headless chicken running too. So there's nothing that Henderson offers that Milner doesn't. So we're going to send Henderson out. I'm telling you now, the moment Henderson gets sold, honestly, brother, like I might do a party stream. Let me not even do that. So next up on the list, another point of contention. The guy in Klopp's basement. Fabio Carvalho. What are we saying?
Loan.
I can see a world and an argument to keep him because I think he adds a different value off the bench. So if we're back into a position where we're playing good football and teams are sitting really deep against us, and he just wants a different option, I think he can bring on Fabio in them situations and make a difference. But I think for himself to get game time, I think we learn. I think we take him. Go back to Fulham. Go back to Fulham for a season.
I don't care where you go. Go somewhere you can play football because I've got all the sympathy in the world for Fabio Carvalho.
See, I have no sympathy, but yeah, football. Let him play. If the way I see it, if you're a young player and Jurgen Klopp is not giving you time, that tells me there's something fundamentally wrong with your attitude. But that's a different conversation.
I can't lie, I disagree with this one. I would actually go keep for Fabio.
Yeah, well, you're being
outvoted. I just look at it this way.
Tom, it's 2-1.
Yeah, I just look at it this way with Fabio. We're looking to bring in, all of us would bring in 3 midfielders. We'd keep 2 guaranteed, maybe even 3 midfielders who we would want to see play football. Fabio Carvalho then doesn't really get a look in there. He's certainly not going as part of the attacking rotation because the attack is all set. So he's going to be forced into more Carabao Cup minutes, which if we got knocked out early and again, it's pointless. We've kept them around for no reason. These young players, you have to buy them because of the future. But you've got to make sure they develop properly. And another season when he doesn't play is not going to be good development for Fabio Carvalho. It works when you're young and you've not played football because you're playing with really good players in training. But Fabio Carvalho needs to play football, so he needs to go out on loan.
You know what? And you know, like...
Send him to Ruben Amorim.
It's just... Oh, there you are.
No,
there you are.
No, because they don't play a 10. You don't play a 10, unfortunately.
But one of the problems that Klopp has is that he doesn't adjust his system to play a 10. But no, Ruben doesn't play a 10.
How about this?
Ruben's systems work this season.
Backup false 9. What are you saying?
Again, for me, I'd want to see him get more game time before we try him in there.
But then, who backup false 9? Where's Jota?
Yeah, that's Cody Gakpo's job as well, by the way. Backup false.
You've got Jota and you've got Gakpo for that, so
yeah.
He's their
wait
choice.
until we get to the Jota section. There's people who'd sell him.
Oh, do not even. I'm not. Oh,
I've got issues with Diego Jota.
Okay. So let's just big up to you, Ryan, for the super chat. But I'm agreeing with the guys. I'm going loan They're right. He's just not getting any game time. Just let him get a game or two. So another spicy one, because apparently this guy, Kurdish, what are you doing with Virgil van Dijk?
Can I just make it clear in this era of Liverpool players, Virgil van Dijk is my favourite, head and shoulders above Sadio Mane, above Mohamed Salah, above who else there is.
Well, obviously we know you don't like Salah. Obviously,
I like Salah. People need to understand I like Salah. Just because I think Mane, just because I know Mane's better.
No, you don't know. You don't know nothing.
No, I know that's factual, but that's a different.
By the way, we still need to do that Mane video. Be ready. I'm telling you now.
Wait there. Hold on, Kurdish. Would you have sold? Would you have sold Salah and kept Mane this season?
Do you know
if you were given the option,
can you say yes or no, and then
if one had to go, who were you keeping this season?
If one had to go,
one had to go.
I had no choice. It's Salah every day. If that's me.
So you would have sold Salah and kept Mane.
Yeah. But just listen, look on the Virgil one.
Ladies and gentlemen, whenever you tell me why you have a Mane agenda, it's thanks to the Mane sexuals.
Let me tell you. Do
you cannot have a normal conversation. Well, you already know your job. We're gonna have a Mane versus Salah conversation. Make the thumbnail, brother. Make the thumbnail.
Today a conversation came up in the spaces, and it was about Leroy Sané. If you gave me Leroy Sané today, I wouldn't blink at a deal of getting rid of Mohamed Salah for Leroy Sané. If you brought me Leroy Sané, I would not blink.
My God.
I wouldn't blink. Do you know what I would do? I would shake your hand, and before you even saw me take my hand off, you have left the room. That's how quick I would run out of that deal. If you give me Leroy Sané.
Can you just tell me your Van Dijk thing now? Because this thing is worse than anything you're about to say.
No, listen, I love Virgil van Dijk more than, like I say, any of these players. I'm just looking at it from finances. Just from finances. The only way I'm getting rid of Virgil van Dijk is if you can guarantee me Guardiola. If you can guarantee me Guardiola comes in and that money is the Virgil van Dijk money, there you go.
I'm the one that's smoking, by the way, and he's the guy that comes out with blasphemous statements.
Listen, I'm surrounded by Salah. This is your channel. And let me not speak.
Bro, there's nothing you can
Man tries to say Salah sexuals, like the man doesn't have 3 Premier League golden boots, 2 Premier League player of the winners, all record goals scored in Premier League history.
Yeah, Sadio Mane is objectively worse than Mo Salah on every single front. Besides heading the football in the back of the net, that's the only thing that Mane does better than him. And besides that, Salah's objectively been better for 3 years. Other than that as well, Mane's creative element is non-existent. So in this,
Salah's is.
Wait there.
Salah's is there. So one second. Okay, no. But you say there you go. So Salah's pass to Nunez, could Mane do that against
Mane? You see, Mane's not even on this list, and he's got.
Can you answer the question?
He's not even on this list, and
okay, I'm rattled. Can you answer the question?
He's not even on this list.
Does Mane make that pass to Nunez? That
like
Salah
I
did
say,
against Madrid?
He's not even on this list.
But can you answer the question?
Why? Listen, you're
can
talking
you just tell me yes or no?
Mane,
yes or no, and we're gonna move on. I promise. Yes or no?
I think Sadio Mane do better passes than that.
No. Hassam, don't even write, because I can just explain this straight away. Kurdish's plan for this season would have been sell Mohamed Salah, bring in Sane, and I'm going to assume you'd keep Nunez and Gakpo around as well, so that
not Gakpo, no Gakpo.
So you wouldn't have Gakpo, right? Okay. No. So our options then for our attack will be Sane, Diaz, Jota, Nunez, Mane.
Hey, let me tell you, Tom, you give
all fucking left wingers.
No, Tom, you give me.
They are all left wingers. We have zero depth on the right hand side. You want to sell our only right winger, so we can just shoehorn whoever in at right wing.
Pull it back. You give me a front three of Luis Diaz, Darwin Nunez, and Leroy Sané, and I'm winning you the title. I'm winning you the title with them three. With them.
No, you're not. You are drunk.
Hey, do you realize the pace that I'm working with?
I'm so happy we sold Mane. Honestly, this guy is just delusional right here. He's so delusional.
So hold on, you're all about pace.
Tom, you know how I know he's delusional? One second, Tom. You know how I know he's delusional? He put Mane left wing. in 2023. Imagine Mane left wing. Do you see Mane on the left wing last season?
Oh no, yeah, you want to? Oh,
There was no difference. There was zero
You- you
difference
mean-
between
you mean-
Mane.
you mean
There was
last
zero
season?
difference between Mane and Dan James last season on the wing.
You mean
And
last
he's out
season?
here telling me, by
You-
the way, do you know that Mane cost us the Premier League title?
This is what Mane does to
Do you know
guys.
that Mane
You know
cost
it's
us the Premier
factual.
League title?
It's
Let me
so
tell you,
factual that you
we
don't
went
even let
away
me
to
speak.
Leicester. No, because you're not going to do revisionism while I'm here. We went.
Hassan,
went away
don't
to-
bring up the Hassan, don't bring up the last game, please, because
No, I will. We went away. We went away to
hold on.
Leicester.
Fuck, you give
Can I
me
just
the
speak, Tom?
goal.
We went away to Leicester. Mane missed the 1-on-1 against West Ham, 90th minute. 90th minute, we desperately needed an equalizer. Trent crosses it on the head of Mane, and he misses the header from 3-4 yards out. Sadio Mane was consistently stinking.
Do you want me to give you
it
the
up on the
example
wing.
when Mohamed Salah cost
Sadio
us the
Mane was.
title?
Can I
Do you want me
finish?
to give you
Sadio
the
Mane was
example?
so.
No, but do you want me to
Sadio-
give you the example? Because I can
Can I
do
just
that
finish,
too.
please?
No, I
first?
can do that too. I
Sadio
can
Mane
do
was
that
so
too.
crap. Sadio Mane was so crap that we had to buy Luis Diaz and shoehorn
There
Mane
we
as
go.
a striker just so he could fit into this team.
Okay.
Because he was stinking up so badly on the wing. He genuinely looked no better than Dan
Okay,
James. Dan
let me
James was
come
better
through.
than him last season.
Okay,
in
let
the
me
first
come
6
through.
months.
I'll give you an alternative spin, right? Our manager needed something different at number 9, and he's tried your bozo a couple of times, but because he's not been able to produce the numbers, he tried it with Sadio Mane, and it worked so well that Sadio Mane made up for 4 months of your bozo not being able to score after AFCON. Don't talk
Okay,
to me about.
let's
don't talk to
unpack
me.
that.
Kurdish,
real quick.
Kurdish, you
Tom,
fuck.
Tom,
you
1
know
second.
the
Let's unpack that real quick.
Hassam, no,
In
no.
1819,
No,
Oh,
Hassam,
we're going
you
back
don't
to
even need to-
1819
You don't
now.
even need to
We're
go
going back
back.
to 1819 now.
Kurdish,
That's what we're doing.
Kurdish, who scored more goals post AFCON last season?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
It was Salah. It was
Okay.
Salah.
and Mane
Your
played
whole
striker.
point.
And-
Your whole
but-
point was Mane had to go up front because
Let me
our
ask you the
bozo couldn't
question.
score.
Because
Man,
you,
But
Mane
our
couldn't
bozo
play his
scored more.
original position
two of
properly.
you are ganging up on me.
No,
Two
but
of
no one's
you.
ganging up. Let me
Two
just
of
answer
you.
your point. The point
Then
of him
this is
playing.
how
Okay,
defensive
Kurdish,
you are about
let me just
Mane.
answer your
This is
point.
how
Relax,
defensive
relax.
you are about Mane.
Can I just answer
I'm
your
relaxed.
point?
I'm
There
relaxed.
okay, but let me speak then. So when he played 18-19, when we played 4-2-3-1, when Firmino was out, Shaqiri was playing right wing. In 11 games, he scored 9 goals. So this whole he cannot play is just absolutely stupid.
Hassam, you've got your
And
stats wrong.
this season, by the
Hassam,
way,
you've got
no
your
need to
stats
go this
wrong.
much back. You can ask
You've got
Tom
your
Little
stats
because
wrong.
he's been shouting about this pre-World Cup against Klopp the whole time. When we played 2 up front, Nunez and Salah, Salah was banging. Salah was creating for Nunez. Nunez was creating for him. Salah scored against Tottenham away. Salah scored against City at home, our 2 biggest games pre the World Cup. Salah banged in both of them. So this whole idea that he can't play down the middle is cap. Furthermore,
But he
let me
couldn't-
make your
but he
one
chose
second,
Sa- but
final
he chose
point.
Mane to do it.
Final point.
But he chose Mane to do it.
Furthermore, let me make your
Because
life
Mo
even
Salah-
more
because Mo
miserable.
Salah was still good enough in his position to
Exactly, he
warrant
was good
staying
enough
in
to
that
play his
position.
position while
because he
Mane
wasn't,
wasn't.
or because he wasn't good enough to play the hardest division in our system, the hardest position on our front three
You
that
do,
Bobby's
you do
had to
realize,
play.
Kurdish, you do realize Mo Salah's got a better GA ratio striker than Sadio Mane does.
But he doesn't have the intelligence to play there to do everything else like Mane does.
But that's
Okay,
wild
that's
because
what we always
because
talk
we
about.
played-
When we talk
we
about
literally
football
played 10
intelligence.
for Egypt
When
yesterday.
because I'm going to go back to that 18-19 season because that was when
Salah-
Salah. That was when
Mane's
Salah
not
had
even on
had
the
his
list,
extended
and he's
run
got
at
you
centre
guys
forward.
rattled
When
like
Mo
that.
Salah had his extended run at centre forward for Liverpool in 18-19, he played 13 games there. Sorry, no, he played 15 games there, 13 in the Premier League, 2 in the Champions League. He ended that 15 games with 14 goals and 6 assists.
Imagine the guy that can't play. Those are Haaland numbers, by the way.
Again, you just
Guy that
both
can't
of
play
you.
striker.
See how insecure you are. about
You know
this
what's
conversation
mad, by the
because
way?
you know what I'm saying is correct.
Yesterday Egypt played. They played
We don't
Salah on
need
the
to go.
10, and he had a goal
We
and he
don't
had an
need to go.
assist in the 10. Imagine this is the guy that apparently
When
don't have
Salah
life.
was trying to do something for Egypt, Mane was winning the AFCON. Come on.
And Mane was winning the AFCON
This
'cause
season, Salah.
Mane
This season,
won the
Salah's
AFCON 'cause
played
he had a much
5
stronger
games.
team.
Do you want to know what, Hassam? Do you want to know
Much
what?
stronger team.
Hassam, you don't you don't even need to go that far. The stats actually don't include Tottenham for Salah's games up front this year. They don't
Let's
include
talk
them.
about the stats where 50% of them are penalties. Let's do that.
50%
Mo Salah,
You're both
Salah,
so insecure when
oh
it
my
comes
God,
to Sadio
Kurdish,
Mane. Have
Kurdish,
some shame. Have some haya.
Kurdish, do you want to know what's funny?
You're
Do you wanna know
You're
what's
the
funny?
one who
My
needs
point
higher
is-
because you've been lying
Look at him.
since this
Look
whole
at him.
conversation
Look
started.
at him. My point is,
You've been
Mo
intellectually dishonest.
Salah has played 5 games up front for Liverpool this season. He's played 5 games. He scored
See, the
5
comments
goals.
are saying you keep talking over the centre. That's how insecure you are about Sadio Mane, because you know what I say is factual. So before you let me speak, you just both
But you've
jump
just
on.
lied and said half
Yeah,
a
but you
season
just
goals
lied,
come
though.
with penalties when he
If you're
hasn't
saying
scored a
something that's
single goal
honest,
in the Premier
if you're
League.
saying something
What is this?
that's no, but if you're saying something that's honest, no one would interrupt you. But you're just lying for the sake of it.
I just
Even this
for me,
season, Tom Little just told you. Even this season, the crap version of Mo Salah scored 5 goals as striker. He scored 5 goals as a striker in his 5 games. So this whole idea that you got going on is false. Who was second on the Ballon d'Or list last year? That means nothing. The reason why that means nothing is
but
because
when
Senegal,
Salah was on it, it meant something. But when
yeah,
Salah was on it, it
because
meant
Senegal,
something.
the reason why Mane was second because Senegal won the AFCON. Everyone on earth
Did
knows
Jorginho
that
finish
but
second
Egypt
1
didn't.
year?
But Egypt didn't win the AFCON. That's
Egypt
No,
got
but-
to the AFCON final
That's
because they
interesting.
scammed their way through penalties.
But why are we still? Hold on. Why are we
Egypt
still
are
going on about
absolutely
Sadio Mane?
horrible.
Sam,
You see,
stop going on
Kurdish,
about Sadio Mane.
Tom,
Fuck
Tom,
me.
can you
It's
just
midnight.
relax?
I want to finish this fucking list. You can do your
Tom,
Salah
calm
Mane
down.
thing later on.
Calm down. We're gonna have this conversation, Kurdish. Satadisha,
my
the reason why he finished second is all due to AFCON, not his individual performances. Because he was shit the whole season, last season, and even post AFCON when he was.
He faced Salah.
Kurdish, we're gonna end it here. We're gonna end it because we're gonna have to do a Salah versus Mane conversation. So just let it go. Let me just have the final statement.
Oh, of course, on Salah, you'd have to have a final.
Post AFCON, apparently, where Mane carried the team, Salah had more goals. Point proven. So now let's move on to Van Dijk. We're actually still on Van Dijk. What are you saying on Van Dijk, Curtis? Because apparently you'd sell him.
No, yeah, only for financial reasons. And like I say, if you can guarantee me a not like for like, because you can't get a Van Dijk replacement, but if you can guarantee me a Guardiola, someone of that level, and you can guarantee me now for the next 5-6 years, I get rid of Virgil now. And that's the only reason. There is no other reason. It's nothing to do with quality. It's nothing to do with, do we think he's top tier? Because everything remains. It's just, I'm future planning. That's all I'm doing.
I don't think the Guardiola transfer is a good now move, in the sense that I think Virgil van Dijk, as bad as he's been, he still has an intangible for this team, in the sense that everyone plays better alongside him. I don't think Guardiola at 22 is going to have that intangible.
Yeah, I hear that.
Or the old, Canate will be older. Let's say Matip stays like he is on this list, he'll be older. They will then have the pressure on them to, help a younger one through the game and stuff. Whereas I think, regardless of who goes in alongside Van Dijk holds the pressure. So everyone he partners with ends up being fine, ends up performing at a higher level. I don't think you should sell Van Dijk. I think it's a stupid claim. I really do. I think even monetary wise, no. Because let's say we get that 60 million, we're still short on the Guardiola money. He's going to cost more than 60. So
yeah,
I'm just looking at it from a purely logical point of view. Virgil van Dijk has to stay because he helps us now. And let's say down the line we miss out on Guardiola. It'll be gutting to miss out on him because he's a top centre back. But we go and bring in another young centre back who then gets to learn off Virgil van Dijk for the next 3 years. That's more valuable than putting all the pressure in the world on Guardiola.
Yeah, look, like I say, for me,
Do you think Guardiola is ready though to immediately take the reins like that?
No, but I'm sacrificing. It's not that I'm sacrificing; it's that I'm looking at it as, when else am I ever going to get 60 to 70 million for Virgil van Dijk if it's not now? That's all I'm looking at.
Kind of like you're whiling.
That's all I'm looking at. It's nothing to do with any quality. It's just the
But
money.
Guardiola don't make us league winners though. That's my thing.
There's certain players though that when you look at them and their levels and their importance, I'm not asked about their value going down and not being able to get money for them.
Yeah.
When we bought Virgil van Dijk, I never was expecting us to make money on him or sell him for anywhere close to what we bought him for. That's not the point of Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk is there to be a stalwart at the back for the time he's here, which should be.
I agree with Tom, which is why I put Virgil in keep.
I have no.
Ryan says if Oraman continues this next season, sell him. Hey, we will see, my brother. We will see. But I don't think. Look, my theory regarding the good players is let's surround the good players with other good players. Then if they're still crap, then I sell them. But at this moment in time, I'm not gonna judge them next to the crap players. And then Qusay, big up to you, Habibi. He says, I'm tempted to sell Virgil van Dijk for his value drops. His attitude stinks. He doesn't work hard anymore. Gvardiol held 7 against City. Happy birthday, Tom. Tom will say thank you now when he's done, getting annoyed. But big up to you, Qusay. Thank you for the super chat. And listen, that's the thing. I don't think Gvardiol is ready to lead a centre-back partnership like that. And I can't lie to you, I've got an unpopular opinion. I don't want Gvardiol at all. Because I've seen Gvardiol in the World Cup, and we had this conversation. I thought Lovren was better than him as a centre-back for Croatia. I honestly thought that. I thought Lovren had a better tournament. But look, here's the thing. Look, I'm putting Virgil van Dijk in keep.
You're going to need to move the cameras around as well because you can see none of the keep list.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're going to put Virgil van Dijk in the keep list for now. On the keep list at this moment in time is man like Calvin Ramsay. Man like... Let me move us down. How do I move us down? Oh, there you are. And boom. No, actually, let me do this. So on the keep list is none other than, as you guys can see, Elliott, Milner, Matip, Calvin, Van Dijk, Alisson. On the loan is Fabi Carvalho. Sell is number 17, number 2, and number 14. So Cody Gakpo, obviously keep. Is anyone going to disagree with that?
Oh, I don't like him, but I got no choice. But yeah, I really don't like Cody. You know, I don't like him. So.
No, but why don't you like Cody Gakpo? I've never had this convo.
He's everything I dislike in a player. In a final third player, he's everything. Every time he gets the ball, rather than getting up and being excited, I want the ground to bury me instead. It's the complete opposite of what I look for. Do you remember Felipe Coutinho? He'd get the ball, and as soon as he got the ball, I was on my feet. I was thinking something magic is going to happen. Every time he gets the ball and he turns, he's slower than a snail at a snail funeral. Mm-hmm. Do you know what that means? Do you know how slow you have to be in a snail funeral to be slower than a normal snail? He's horrible. Mm-hmm. He's clunky.
So your reason for not liking Cody Gakpo is he doesn't look nice on the eye.
No, it's not just that he doesn't look nice on the eyes. It's like I say, from my final third players, I want them to not just have output and look effective. I also want them to get me off my seat. That's what I expect from my final third player.
But he has the output.
Qusay, you're annoyed hearing Lovren's name, my brother, but he actually was better.
Yeah, but he doesn't get me off my seat, Tom.
I couldn't give a shit if he gets me off my seat or not.
Yeah, but you like Mourinho ball. You like Simeone ball.
The point I don't.
You like pace and power, clearly.
Yeah, I do.
I want to play. I want to play who's
like
effective.
Good footballers.
I want to play who's effective, and the job of an attacker is to score goals, create chances, create assists. Cody Gakpo is doing that, so I've got no issue with him. I don't care how shit he looks on the eye. We've had some players who look horrific on the eye, but do well, and we've had some players who look fucking amazing on the eye. Look, and I could think of 10 million players better than them.
Look, whatever we say, he's staying. It's not like I get a choice, but if you're just asking me, that he's just not my kind of player. I don't.
That's why he doesn't like Mo Salah. There we go.
Mo Salah is my kind of player. He actually is.
Shut it, will you?
I love Mo Salah. It's just you want me to say he's better than Mane when factually he's not.
Let's not even start this again. We're gonna do a whole video on it, Kurdish. Relax.
Problem.
Okay, so Trent obviously keep. There is no need to argue this. Anyone gonna argue?
Well,
no, don't be silly. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Tom, if I don't restart this laptop and slap the hell out of you. Darwin, keep.
100%.
Mm-hmm. Let's just put the 100% keeps in so we can just move on. Konate, keep.
Mm-hmm. Andrew
okay.
Robertson, keep.
Diaz, keep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tom?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Robertson,
keep.
No, I'm going to argue Robertson.
He's going to argue Robertson, right?
Okay. Guys, relax.
No, but he's going to give me Simicast. That's the problem. He's going to
Thiago Alcantara.
Yes.
Keep. Okay. Salah, keep, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you giving me for him? That's the question.
Look at this man.
That is
Look
a
at this
serious
one.
question.
He'd replace him with Mane as well. He'd go buy Mane back.
Let me just say this.
Hey,
I
Tom
have
Mane
no
can play right wing.
No,
You
no.
know,
Let me have a real convo. If you want to sell Salah and go get me Kvaradona, for example, I'd do that. But once again, Kurdish, this goes back to the conversations we've had. You don't trust the club or the manager's talent ID. So you know for a fact they're probably going to replace him with Harvey Barnes or something. So let's not sit up here and lie to ourselves. You know that that's the type of replacement that Klopp would get. So let's not even sit up here and lie.
so
So
true.
exactly. So because we're going to get Harvey Barnes as a replacement, I don't care how much money you're going to give me. No one's going to replace his efficiency or his output. That's the problem. Look, sell Salah now and bring me Kuvica from Napoli. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. But the thing is, it's going to be Harvey Barnes, James Maddison, one of them guys playing on the wing. I'm just not for it. But Cetic, keep, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep.
The only thing I'd possibly entertain by Chesic is if we end up buying a load of midfielders, I'd loan him out so we can play.
Yeah, me too. That would be
Adrian
the
on
only-
sell directly for me.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
need to even converse this one.
Yeah.
Who else? Let me just go to the straight up ones. Keita gone anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Sell. Ox gone anyway. Where's Ox? Sell as well. Ox sell. Keita
Firmino's
Ox.
gone as well.
Firmino's gone as well anyway, so he's gone. So now we've got these players to argue about. Sepp Vandenberg is probably keep just because of the homegrown quota. Do you agree, guys? As of next season, he qualifies as homegrown, and we could only get like 500k for him, so it's not even worth it.
You're going to get more than 500k for. I genuinely think you don't know the fucking transfer market.
Okay,
500k for
we
Sepp
get
Vandenberg.
4 million for him. Still not worth It's still not worth selling him. Tom, what are you going to do with 4 million? Pay Carol and Caroline? Come on, man.
Sepp Vandenberg is worth 8 million.
Okay, whatever. What are you going to do with 8 million? Then tell me. There you are. Point proven. So we move on. Why would you want to sell him?
Because what position are you What position is he playing?
His position is a homegrown player to count in the squad because he's not going to touch the pitch. Simple.
So let me get this straight. You're that's just mind-boggling. We could use a homegrown player who's actually going to play a part on the team, but no. Let's just have someone who's going to ride the bench for a season, throw his toys out the pram because he's 21 and wants to be playing football, and then we're in the same situation next year. I'd soon just sell him now while his value will be higher because guess what?
Name a scenario in which Sepp Vandenberg plays for Liverpool because you're full of crap.
Exactly. He doesn't play for Liverpool, so I wouldn't keep him.
Thomas Little, out of 25-man squad, we need a 7-man homegrown quota.
Homegrown.
Sepp Vandenberg fits that quota. So instead of me having to go sign a random English guy to put him in there, there's a guy who won't even play anyway. Because realistically, no one uses their 23-man squad. Not even Man City use their 23-man squad. Who qualifies as homegrown? Let me just tick off one of the boxes and move on. He ain't going to touch the pitch. He doesn't generate that much money. Just keep him. His wages is nothing. Move on. Do you want to have an argument about Sepp Vandenberg? Honestly, come on, brother. What are we doing here?
We're all about trying to maximize money, and then we're just going to throw away what could be £8 to £10 million to sit on the fucking bench and do nothing.
Curtis Jones.
He isn't even going to be on the bench. He isn't even going to be on the match day squad, brother.
In that photo on that list, Curtis Jones has a very punchable face. Just look at him. Why is he smiling that way?
Your inner demons come out when it comes to Curtis all the time.
Look, Pete is in the chat. Look, Pete is saying, can't believe Socrates is in the sell option.
Wait,
you're calling him Socrates.
Does Sepp Vandenberg qualify for it?
Pete, let me tell you something. Usually I allow people to edit the list with their super chats, but I'm putting a bounty on Curtis Jones's head top worth £20. I'm not changing no one for no £5, for no £2, for no another. I'm putting a £20 bounty on his head top because I know a lot of you guys are assholes and you want to move Curtis to the keep section because you're assholes. So that's the bounty on his head. Full stop. Convert to your local currency. So, speaking of super chats, can't wait for Hussam speaking on Robo, says Ryan, and it's time. Andrew Robertson.
Simicast prop. Ugh.
Andrew Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
I would honestly sell Andy Robertson right now. I would honestly sell Andy Robertson right now and go get Alphonso Davies from Bayern. That guy would bang at Liverpool.
So
And
you're selling a defensively solid left back to go buy a fucking left winger and chuck him at left back, and then when he gets done, because guess what, people will attack the weak points in the defense. You're going to sit there and have a moan. I don't see the vision of having two fullbacks who want to be that far up the pitch. We're going to kill Virgil van Dijk and Konate because they'll be doing more covering at fucking fullback than at centre back.
Do you even watch Liverpool? Okay.
Yes.
Guys, let's cut the crap here. We all love Robertson because he runs. He's rubbish.
That's not true. That's not true.
He's
That's
been
not
rubbish.
why I love Robertson. I love Robertson because he can defend.
Hussam, this opinion, it's Ramadan breath. It's stinky.
There's no Ramadan breath because I can eat and drink.
Yeah, but it's later when you wake up. It's after you wake up. My guy, don't tell me it's just he's got legs when the whole of the Premier League history he's got more assists at left back than any other left back in Premier League history. Come on, Hussam. And as Tom said, he can defend on top of that as well.
Listen,
You do realise the
What do you
only
mean?
fullback?
No. What do you mean?
No,
Because you just
yeah,
told me
but the
Hussam,
thing is, now you're ganging up on me.
No, but Sam, the only fullback Bukayo Saka's not scored against is Andy
Oh,
Robertson.
there you go. There you are.
No, but wait. You said to
But
me
he's not played against Robertson.
He's played 6 games against Robertson. He's only played one against Simicast. He got
Yeah,
2
but we're
on his
talking
head.
about this season.
Oh, it's only this season now.
Robertson
Bukayo Saka's been brilliant for the past 3. So
Robertson.
Bukayo Saka had 4
Robertson.
separate games. Bukayo Saka had 4 separate
Okay, tell
games
me
against
when
Andy
you're
Robertson
done.
last year.
Tell me when
Bukayo
you're
Saka
done.
had 4 separate games against Andy Robertson last
Don't let
year.
him breathe,
0
Tom.
goals, 0 assists. Do you want to know who had more assists out of the Saka Robertson thing? It was fucking Robertson who assisted Firmino's goal in the 2-0 win at the Emirates.
Why
So
does Andy?
in a GA battle, our left back beat their best player. But you want to sell him to go get fucking Alphonso Davies, who does more Twitch streams than fucking minutes on a football pitch.
Why does
I'm
Andy
done, man.
Robertson have more assists in the Premier League than Roberto Carlos?
Okay. Once again, now it's time for me to speak. If Ashley Cole played in this team the way Klopp does, then of course the left back is going to have a lot of assists. This is normal.
But for Trent,
I do
it's
not.
different. But for Trent,
I do not prop Trent. I was about to speak before I was rudely interrupted. I do not prop Trent just for his assists. I never say that. I prop Trent for his playmaking ability overall. I prop Trent for his footballing ability overall, for his passing range. I prop him for a whole lot of stuff. I don't think Robertson got it in him anymore. I think this is his second year. By the way, me and Selection agree on this. This is one of the things me and Selection agree on. Andy Robertson, I think, has fallen off. Andy Robertson is no longer performing at a high Andy Robertson level, and he's 29. And Thomas Little earlier told me, we've got to take the cash when we can. So I'm just taking the cash when we can.
I
So
said there are certain players I'm not taking cash for because they're too their level is too high. And Andy Robertson.
So you're telling me
is one of them.
Alphonso Davies wouldn't bang at Liverpool Football Club?
I'm telling you, Alphonso Davies wouldn't bang at Liverpool. That's what I'm telling you.
You are full of crap because you
No,
know
I'm
that's how Liverpool play.
No, I'm not.
Can you
Because
imagine
it's-
Nunez and Alphonso Davies on a counter attack in the club heavy
Zero
metal
fucking
thing?
pass completion. That's what it is. The passes just go wide or fucking anywhere but the
Oh,
player.
that's the
Unless
audacity.
Hassan,
The audacity when you're
Hassan.
twerking for
Oh
Robertson.
my fucking Christ, Hassan! What is the job of a left back? If we have a right back who is so good at attacking that you want to promote him attacking, the job of the left back is to defend. What the fuck do we do when fucking Alphonso Davies, a left winger, wants to go stand up that far or on the pitch? What do we do then? Do we tell Trent Alexander-Arnold, one of the best playmakers in the fucking world, to go sit at right back and not move so we've got defensive cover? Bollocks.
Okay.
Bollocks.
Robertson is 29.
Robertson is staying.
And he's crap for the last 2 years.
But it's
3
2-on-1.
years.
Last year was his best ever season for the club.
Tom, no need to get aggravated. We're doing a democracy. There's 2 of us. There's 1 of him. Robertson is staying.
I can pull rank, Kurdish. Don't try.
My channel,
Listen.
my rules.
I actually
he's going to
genuinely
turn
wanna-
the tier list off if we
I
don't.
genuinely
give
want to
him what he
move on
wants
from
with
Robertson,
Robertson.
man. I actually want to move on from him. But you
No,
guys,
he's got to stay.
you know what, you guys deserve a sentimental manager because you guys. Are just
There
like him.
we go.
So let me just put
There
this
we
guy
go.
next to
Is
Van
this
Dijk
coming
and
from the
go,
man who wanted Kostas Tsimikas to play?
Kostas Tsimikas from
Oh.
Chelsea at home last season should have started for Liverpool. He should have started
Stop
from
it.
Chelsea last season because this guy had unbelievable performances
from
and then
Chelsea
got
at home
dropped
last
for a
season.
Spaghetti
hat.
legs.
So
Spaghetti
you're telling me,
legs.
Hassam, you wanted Tsimikas starting
legs.
every game from the third home game of the season? Sorry, the third game of the season. The second
Last
home game
season,
of the season.
Kostas Tsimikas had a brilliant run in the team. Yeah, he had fantastic performances. Chelsea come to Anfield. Whilst Kostas Tsimikas is in great form and Robertson is coming back from an injury, Klopp then decides to bench Kostas Tsimikas and start Robertson. That's what I have a problem with. I've got one guy in form and the other guy returning from injury. He's the other guy back in. And this is why I do agree with Ryan here because he is spitting. We did run him into the ground a little bit. Like Andy Robertson, we ran him into the ground, which is why I want to move on from him. But listen, it's not an agenda or any of that stuff. I just don't think he's good enough.
So your whole Kostas Tsimikas point is Kostas Tsimikas should have started match day 3. Your whole Andy Robertson point. Are we just going to ignore the fact last year was his best ever season for the club from a numbers perspective? His best ever season. So to say he fell off is a bit mad, especially since it was also arguably his best defensive season for the club. He went up against a lot of good wingers, and he kept pretty much all of them quiet. I'm going through them now. He kept Saka quiet for 4 separate games. 4 separate games. The one thing I'll give you...
Tom, he's in keep, Tom.
The one game I'll give you is he fucked up in the Champions League final. The goal's not Trent's fault, it's Robertson's fault. That's the one thing I'll give you. But
we will never speak on that because you all love Robertson because he's Braveheart and he runs.
Oh, let's overlook the fact that Virgil van Dijk put his arse out as well. But let's blame Andy Robertson.
Mane 2.0 at Southampton. Suleimana, Gakpo moved to midfield. I think probably there's a world, even probably Kurdish agrees with you. There is a world in which Gakpo becomes a Liverpool midfielder. By the way, it's not impossible where he does the Joe Linton because his ball playing skills are there and he's press resistant, so it's a possibility. Big up to Aminu says Ben Chilwell would be good for LFC. No, he would not. I would not sell Robertson to get Chilwell. I would sell Robertson to get Alphonso Davies. That's what I would do. I mean, but big up for the super chat. So. Speaking of his brother, Kostas Tsimikas, what are we doing?
So,
keep.
Well, no, I'd keep him.
He's a good backup. He's a good backup.
I'd keep him, but if one of them is going, it's Tsimikas.
Yeah.
Let me put Tsimikas even above the list. Like, let me put him higher up in the keep thing. Big up Kostas Tsimikas, my Greek scouser, my left.
Hassam, if we're talking about bad performances, do you have anything to say on Kostas Tsimikas versus Brentford this season?
So the one game where we throw him in the deep end, you want to blame him?
Oh, we're throwing him in the deep end.
We're throwing him in the deep end, are we?
So you want to put him Brentford away when they're 5th,
Brentford
and you expect him to play well when he's got Ox on the left wing that you don't rate. There you are.
Andy Robertson.
Andy Robertson had
players in that game. Ox was one of the best players in that game.
Andy Robertson had Oxlade-Chamberlain on the wing against Aston Villa, and he dropped the man of the match performance. So,
Why do you not like Iron Brew?
Are we going to talk about Kostas Tsimikas? Kostas Tsimikas actually got hooked against Brentford. He got hooked against Brentford.
You've never had Iron Brew. That's why you don't like Andy Robertson.
I'm Jordanian, akhi. Have you ever had Shanina? Have you ever had Shanina? No, you haven't. There you are. So, just keep Tsimikas and Robertson both. I'm not even having this argument. So, point of contention again. Fabinho. What are we saying on Fabinho?
I'll let Tom go. I know how Tom feels about this one.
Again, it depends on who we're bringing in. In my world, where I get the transfers that I want and everything, I would potentially let go of Fabinho because I think I'd be bringing in enough midfielders and I'd have other midfielders that can step into that role. If we're not bringing in the players that I want, I'll keep him around because I don't want to only have Bajcetic who can play at the 6. So I'll lean either way. I'm really not going to hat in the ring. I don't think he's been very good this year. I think there's a real possibility that he does go in the summer. But I'm more thinking from a squad building point of view. If we don't end up buying someone who is an out-and-out 6, I have to keep Fabinho because I'm not throwing Bajcetic to the wolves like that.
Yeah,
go on,
it's completely same thing. Are you offering me an alternative that is remotely as good as he was when he was at his best, If you are, I'll tell you what. Perfect. If you're giving me Declan Rice or Ruben Neves, I'm taking your hands. I am taking that deal right now.
Neves.
Every day. Every day. Every day.
Neves.
Every day. Every day.
Thank God you're not our director of football.
All right.
Every day I
Neves.
wake up and I thank God.
All right. Just let me finish again. If you're giving me either of them, I'm doing it. If you're giving me Zakaria, I'm not doing it. So that's where we are.
Ugarte. You get Manuel Ugarte, you doing it or not?
Yeah. No.
Oh God. Oh.
Do you want to hear my reasoning?
Go for it. I'll hear it. While Hassan's having a mental breakdown over there. I'll hear it.
Midfield is the only position right now where I can't take a gamble on unknown commodities. So if I have a choice of my, hey Rayan, me and you speak, we're not going to be friends anymore. If you're giving me a unlimited choice of who's coming in, it's going to be Declan Rice and it's going to be Jude and Caicedo in front of them. And you know what? All three of them are proven, English Premier League proven.
Sorry,
It's
say
not
that again. Who
you know what it is, Hussam? Hussam, just listen to me.
Say it. I want to listen. Say the names though.
Declan Rice, and then I'm having Jude and Caicedo either side of front. You just have to remember, for me, the midfield is the one position we can't take a gamble on. So the three players that I would have, if I can have them completely, they would already be Premier League proven. And that's all it's about. It's just about that.
Jude Bellingham's not Premier League proven.
But he's grown up in English football. He understands the English game. That's what I'm trying to say, Tom. You know that.
But Manuel Ugarte, I can
listen.
sort of
It's
understand
not about
your
the quality
points.
of the player. It's just the gamble. I can't take a gamble in midfield. That's all I'm saying.
Ugarte is not a gamble. I will tell you this right now. Ugarte is a dead. Whatever club gets Ugarte is a dead cert banger. I'm telling you. The man leads the entire fucking top 7 leagues for tackles, interceptions, and blocks, which is what we need our DM to do.
It's nothing to do with quality. Nothing to do with quality. I'm just looking at Hussam.
I can't believe you said Neves.
You want to pull up to the Santiago Bernabeu with Declan Rice? You want to go to the San Siro with Declan Rice?
That's not the worst one. Declan Rice is fine. I can back Declan Rice.
You want to go to the Camp Nou with Declan Rice?
Ruben Neves is a fantastic
It's Ruben Neves as a lone 6.
No, who said a lone 6? Whoa.
Ruben Neves in the Liverpool system would absolutely die.
Can I just come
he
back
would not
again?
survive.
All right, listen. I don't want to talk about Ruben Neves because you guys.
That would be like playing Thiago in a
listen.
lone 6.
It's not my fault. You can't appreciate what Ruben Neves does. That's a different conversation.
I can appreciate it, but
what are we going to do? What are we going to do when a team's counter-attacking us because Trent and fucking Robertson have pushed up?
Listen,
and it's
all I'm saying
Neves looking to fucking counter.
All I'm saying is every other position for us, we can take risks on because we're not in a desperate need. Midfield is the one area of the pitch where we can't bring a player in and he doesn't prove at a Premier League level because we don't have the funds to go and spend another 80 million. So that midfield in the Premier League for me, it has to be proven or as close as you can get. And that's Jude, that's Caicedo, and that's Declan Rice. They're proven commodities in the Premier League. I can trust them week in, weekend out.
You know who else is a proven commodity in the Premier League? Mason Mount.
Yes. So speaking of, let me go Ugarte. That's my midfield 3. If I could choose anyone, I'm going Ugarte. If I remember, this is if I could choose anyone. I'll give you 2. I'll give you if I could choose anyone. I'll give you a realistic one. If I could choose anyone, I'm going Ugarte. I'm going Jude, and I'm going Caicedo. That's if I could choose anyone. If I can't choose anyone, I'm going Ugarte. I'm going Jude, and I'm going insert this man right here, Quadio Kone from Borussia Mönchengladbach. Now I'm cooking. I'm cooking.
Hassan won't like my choice. If I have complete control,
give me 2, realistic and unrealistic.
Yeah, if I have complete control, like money's not an issue. I'm going Bellingham, Caicedo, Ugarte. I also think that there's a world where we should be looking at raiding the Portuguese league and the Dutch league. So I'd be looking at Ugarte, Pedro Goncalves, and Orkun Koshku.
You had me in the first half. Ugarte,
I'd also look at Kudus as well.
Hear me out.
One of those 2.
Ugarte and Goncalves, you had me. I'm with you. Now me and you are smiling, walking together. It's sunshine. until you mention Kudus, that's where I not sorry, Cockatoo, that's where I'm sorry.
Cockatoo's fantastic. Cockatoo's the
Cockatoo is
Thiago
just
replacement.
not ready for the big time, Tom, though.
He's the Thiago replacement.
He needs a bit more to get ready for the big time.
Yeah, so what I agree. He's not ready. He's not
Would
ready.
you guys take this guy? Honest question.
No.
Put price tag to the side.
It depends on the price. It depends on
That's what I'm saying. Imagine price tag didn't exist. Imagine he cost 20 million. Do you take him?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, 20 million.
I think he's one of the best.
That's what I'm saying. Forget price tag.
Yeah, 20 million.
I'd love Palhina to play lone DM, by the way. This guy's a bastard. Exactly what we need as well.
I'd take him for being over.
Big up Morchin, who says Kurdish wants a Brexit midfield. I can't lie to you, Morchin. First of all, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, apparently I've blocked you on Twitter, so tell me your @ in the comment section so I can unblock you, because that must have been a mistake. Third of all, Kurdish has had consistent howlers. The last good moment Kurdish has had on this show specifically is his third take where Mira agree. After that, it's been
Declan Rice is a fantastic footballer.
Yeah, no, I'm not having Declan Rice slander.
Declan Rice is a fantastic footballer. Top player.
Top player. I think I'm fully on the Kochku hype train now. I genuinely believe that we should be all over Kochku.
Too early, Tom. Too early.
Too early.
Let's say it's a year too early. I'd much rather him come in now, have that year learning under Thiago to play the Thiago role, whilst also playing in this league, in the Champions League, and he'll get about 25, 30 games. Even if the levels are a little bit lower to start off with, he'll grow into it. He's 22. I think if we miss out on Kochku, we'll regret it. I think you have to go raid those leagues. I think I've said to Hassam what my transfer. I've said it all. This
selection is erect as we see.
Timber, Inacio, Ugarte, Goncalves, Kochku, and Kudus. That's my 6 signings in this window. That would be fine. That would sort us right out.
Leaving your house is a risk, but you still do it. Yes, but there is also leaving your house with a gun. That would be Jude Bellingham. There's also leaving your house with bulletproof tires. That will be Ugarte. There's also leaving your house with a lock on your house that would need a shotgun to break. That's Quadio Kone. I want to be smart, my brother. That's all I'm saying. But big up to you. Thank you for the super chat. Morshin, tell me your @ on Twitter, because apparently I blocked you. I think it must have been a mistake, but big up to you. So, Fabinho, final decision, Tom.
Based on the fact that we only have 2 midfielders in the top part, I'm going to have to keep him.
Kurdish, same.
Yeah,
right?
I'm keeping Fabi. Yeah, I'm keeping
Same.
Fabi.
Same. Quiveen Kelleher, what are we doing?
I
Bring
would
me
love
money.
to keep him. I would absolutely love to keep him, but he's going to go.
Yeah,
I think
bring
we
me
all
money.
know deep down he's leaving.
But if this was based on what you would do you keep him?
Yes, because I'm not going anywhere near another backup keeper. I'd have complete faith in Kelleher. But like I said, we all know that man is leaving in the summer. We have to thank him for what he's done. We take the 25 to 30 million pounds we get, and we go and buy Orkun Koshku with that, and we're set.
Okay. Look, in our world, do you three agree that we keep him? In our world.
The thing is, though, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound a bit mad. I think he's a dead cert sell. I think regardless of what we say, he's in the same category as Kate. Yeah, I think he's gone.
Here?
I think he's gone. I don't think we keep him. I think he has to go, and I think he does want to go.
It's 20 million, isn't he? 25 million.
I would love to keep him, but even though we're saying this is our
Yeah.
dream world, in our dream world, we're still going to have to deal with player happiness, this, that, and the other. He will want to go. He deserves to be going and playing first team football.
And speaking of deserving to play first team football,
Nat Phillips can go and sell as well for that exact same reason.
Nathaniel Phillips, Kurdish.
Yeah, same. But I've
You
got
wouldn't keep
issues
him
with the...
fifth choice?
No.
I feel I don't think you understand how sorry I feel for that.
Yeah.
You know, you do realize Benfica wanted them. Benfica, the team that are unbeaten all season. You know,
He's-
top of the Portuguese league. They wanted him in the summer, and
I
we
really
said
want to
no.
keep him, you know. I really want to keep him.
He's dating Liam Gallagher's daughter.
Yeah, would they go to Portugal? I doubt it.
Like, she deserves better than a bench boy. He's one of the greatest rock and roll stars of our time. Like, come on.
Sam, I think he's another dead set. So we'll keep Reece Williams. That's the sad thing. We'll keep Reece Williams as fifth choice.
No, we can't keep Nat Phillips. We can't. It's not fair.
The man's 25.
Yeah, okay. You know what?
We're not
My
wasting Nat
compassionate
Phillips'
side
career.
is taking over now. Let's just let him go. Let's just let
Yeah.
him go.
It's time.
And now, finally, before we enter the last conversation here,
Move him then for Sam. He's still in keep. Move the man
300
down.
people.
Let him free.
Oh,
Let
sorry,
him
sorry. My
free.
bad. 300 people keep this guy right at the top. This guy right here, right at the
I want to speak on Diogo Jota. I've got issues.
Yes, I'm gonna let you go. Before we do that, there's 300 people still watching us. Big up to you guys. Slap that like button.
Okay,
like
hold on a second. Can you see that comment there now? Okay, Henderson's a dead cert keep, so why do you have him in the cell? Stupid logic. I said Jordan Henderson's a dead cert keep. I said he's staying whether we like it or not. He's retiring at this football club. We know that. But that's the one exception I've got to this dream world. Bearing in mind, LK7, about fucking none of this tier list is mine. I've argued about every single debatable one.
No, there's probably 80% you agree on.
Right. Curtis Jones is in the wrong category for me.
Okay.
Henderson is technically in the wrong category going by my
No,
logic.
you said keep Milner, sell Henderson.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Yeah, but because you said one's got to go and one's got to stay. I know they're both
No,
staying.
but if
So by my
you'd
logic,
keep
he's
him.
there. Joe Gomez is in the wrong category. Simicast is in the wrong category. Calvin Ramsey's in the wrong category. Matip's in the wrong category. Who else?
Okay, that's 6
Sepp
out of
Van
24.
den Berg's in the wrong category as well.
Okay, 7 out of 24. And that's still 66% that
and
you agree
potentially
with. So hold
Fabinho
that.
as well. Fabinho's
Hold
another
that.
one that's
Anyway, before we get to the final guy, everyone watching right now, 300 people are still
Wait,
watching.
Sam, why is Joe Gomez in the keep category now?
Who put Joe Gomez in keep, bro? Okay, let me bring it. Bro, why is that wrong guy moving out? Come and get your ass over here. So everyone watching us right now, 300 people watching. If you interrupt housekeeping one more time, Tom, me and you are going to fight. Make sure you slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. There's no reason why we should be on 200 likes already. So stop what you're doing right now. Like the video. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Big up to Morsheen, Amin, Satadisha, Ryan, Mike, AJ, and Selection for the super chats. Gracias, amigos. Thank you all for sending in super chat. Always showing us the love and support. Most importantly is you like and subscribe now. So, Diogo Jota, Kurdish wants the floor. We're going to give it to him.
My issue is not about selling him. So I tried to have this conversation earlier in the week. I need to understand why my £40 million forward player doesn't have a pink tongue. Why is his tongue white? You know, a white tongue, do you know what it's an indication of? It's an indication of immune problems, undiagnosed disease, or dehydration. Now, I think with Tom, let me speak. I think with all his medical staff at Liverpool and their regular checkups, I don't think he's got disease issues. I don't think he's got issues that we don't know about. So to me, when I'm looking at him, I'm saying the reason you've got a white tongue is because you're not rehydrated. Why is my forward line, £40 million player, not rehydrated? Why does he have a white tongue?
Sorry, I'm just completely
No, you're laughing. You're laughing, but this is a serious.
I don't get your point.
What do you mean you don't get my point?
I'm so lost. What's your point?
So Diogo Jota. So basically, the other night, I started looking through some Liverpool videos, and I saw when Diogo Jota celebrates, a couple of times he pulls his tongue out. And when he pulls his tongue out, his tongue is white. It's not pink. I can send you pictures. I've got pictures of it. All right. A white tongue is a sign of three things, as I said. One is a disease, one is an undiagnosed condition, or three is dehydration. He's not getting enough water. Now, with all the doctors at Liverpool, it's not going to be a disease, it's not going to be an undiagnosed condition, so it's only one thing it can be, is dehydration. Why is my forward line striker, my £40 million professional footballer, not drinking enough water?
I'm sorry. I'm absolutely completely lost.
So your problem, Diogo Jota, he doesn't drink H2O?
My problem with Diogo Jota is he's not acting like a footballer, like a professional footballer. I can send you, Ryan. I can send you the photo on DMs right now, my bro. I can send you.
I found the photo of Diogo Jota with his tongue out. That looks pretty red to me.
No. Look at. Do you want me to send you another? I don't know how to share photos. Go on Google and type Diogo Jota tongue.
I think I found the one you're on about. Are you on about the one that was uploaded
against
by
Leicester?
Goal?
He scores against Leicester and he celebrates this with his tongue out and it's white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've got
it. This is an all-time low for This Is Football. We're talking about Diogo Jota's tongue.
Because it's a sign of unprofessionalism from one of our players.
Yeah, I've got it here.
Go on. No, don't do that, Sam. Yeah, look, that isn't healthy. That's not healthy. That's not a professional footballer's tongue. That's dehydrated.
Brother, can you not see the saliva? Can you not see the saliva there? Could that
Yeah,
not
it's
just be
wide,
saliva
Tom.
on his tongue?
No. It's look. You can see the back. It's almost like he's got strep throat. Why does he have strep
Okay,
throat?
now we're actually gonna
I-
go back to having a football
I
conversation.
cannot believe what I'm
Hussam,
seeing here.
No, you think it's
Ain't
not
no
footballing-
Sam, nothing, brother. Where are we
just
going
just
with
one
this?
sec before you go back. You think it's a footballing conversation? I'm laughing a little bit because it's so silly, but it's a serious sign of dehydration, and it's not getting questioned. Why is a professional football player at Liverpool Football Club not dehydrated?
I
don't
genuinely,
know.
I think this is the weird. We've been talking about purple Aki on This Is Football, and this is the weirdest conversation I've ever had on this channel. You want,
So why
you
would
want
you
to
sell
sell
him then?
You want to sell
Khaled?
Diogo Jota because you have a
I didn't say I
conspiracy
want to sell
theory.
him.
You
No,
have
I
a
didn't say I
conspiracy
want to sell him.
theory that he doesn't drink enough water.
I didn't say I want to sell him. I'm saying it's a question about his professionalism. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't mean I want to sell him.
All this is off a conspiracy theory of one picture.
A couple of pictures. I can send you a couple more.
Okay,
But I could
forget
find pictures of his
Jota's
tongue being
fun.
red.
Yeah,
Why
he
would
can.
you-
Yeah, so he
why
is
would you-
drinking, but why is he not drinking on a regular basis?
Kurdish Ball 93. Why would you sell him for a football reason? We're not doing
Okay.
tongue watch.
Okay, for a football reason, to me, is he doesn't stay fit enough. That's the reason I'm selling him.
How much are you selling him for?
I think you can get 50 to 55 mil for Diogo Jota.
Thomas Little, your opinion is?
Oh no, boys! I've just found something horrific. Darwin Nunez
I'm
doesn't
not gonna
hydrate
post-
himself properly. Darwin Nunez doesn't hydrate himself properly,
It's not
boys.
as consistent. It's not as consistent. He drinks
Look at
more.
Sam.
He has pink more than white. That's what we're talking about.
God, guys,
Look
what
at-
the hell
Look
are
at
we
all
doing
that yellow
here?
there. Move the cameras because you're blocking his tongue. Look at all
See,
that yellow there.
That's a worry.
Look at
That's a worry
Look at
to
that.
me.
He's not hydrating properly.
But he's not done that at Liverpool.
Get rid
That's
of
a
Darwin
Benfica
Nunez.
t-shirt. That's a Benfica t-shirt, not a Liverpool
This is literally
t-shirt.
what we're not gonna do. So
That's not a Liverpool
back to
t-shirt.
the football. Tom Little, your footballing opinion
Keep,
on Thomas
keep,
Little.
keep,
On
keep,
Diogo Jota,
keep,
sorry.
keep. My biggest gripe with this fan base is we are the fucking we change what we want every 5 minutes. During our pomp, when we were winning league titles and winning Champions Leagues, the biggest complaint was we never had good depth up front. We never had it. Shaqiri was never reliable. Origi was only good in big games. So we actually get to add depth now. We've got Gakpo, we've got Diaz, we've got Nunez, we've got Jota. Now what we want to do is sell that depth again. So then in 5 months' time, we're back in the same situation where we're going, we need depth. We haven't got enough depth. Why have we
Would you
sold
sell
the
him if
attack
you meant you
short
could get
again?
Moussa Diaby?
You're not going to be able to.
I'm-
No, because he's not going to go for the same amount as Moussa Diaby. So I'm looking at it like this. I have too many positions I need to fill. I need to buy 3 midfielders, if not more, and I need to buy 2 centre-backs. So I can't, if I sell Jota, I can't afford to add Diaby on top of that, which will take away money from the positions that actually need sorting. So no, I'm more than happy to keep Jota. More than happy.
Even though he doesn't drink enough water.
I can't lie to you. I agree with Tom Little, and me and him had a whole rant of agreeing with each other about this. I'd say probably 2 weeks ago or so. My problem with this fan base, sometimes it gets on my nerves. My thing is as follows, right? This is my main issue here. My main issue is as follows. Why is Tom here? My main issue is as follows. This is my main issue. My issue is we complain about depth for our whole life. Every time it's depth this, depth that, depth. And as soon as we have depth on a position, we want to sell it. I have no problem with Jota, Diaz, Salah, Nunez, and Gakpo. That's a front 5 to fear. Any rotation of it with a functioning midfield and a good defensive line. Whichever rotation you want to do of those 3, you're good to go. So the thing is, you've got Jota, Nunez, Diaz, you've got Gakpo, you've got Salah, and who have I forgot? Yeah, Jota, and you've got Jota. Jota could play striker on the left. Nunez could play striker on the left. Gakpo same. Diaz plays on the left. Salah plays on the right. If anything, I would want to add to that depth, not take it away. And we've got Robbie Singh crying in the comment section, legendary 7-0, yes. And 10 years from now, you have to explain to your children why you lost 7-0. So anyway, this is the full thing right here. It's on your screens. And once again, remember there is a £20 bounty on Curtis Jones because I'm not moving him for any less than that because genuinely can't stand that guy. So besides that, here's the list in front of your faces. Alisson, Elliott, Nunez, Tsimikas, Thiago, Konate, Trent, Virgil, Calvin, Matip, Fabinho, Sepp, Robertson, Bajcetic, Salah, Diaz, Gakpo, Jota, and Milner. And keep on loan. I'm not even going to do that, Tom. Don't even try.
No, Hassan,
On
Hassan,
loan is Fabio
you've got to.
Carvalho. Sell is Nat Phillips, Joe Gomez, number 17, Adrian, Nat Phillips, Keita Ox, Kelleher because he's dead cert that he's going to go according to Mr. Thomas Little.
Mhm.
And finally, at the end, none other than who the hell is that? Firmino, yeah, who decided he wants to leave, which is probably the right time.
Now, Tungate has had an interesting revelation because that is the fittest player in this Liverpool team. The man who is the peak of keeping himself in shape and everything. That looks like a very white tongue to me.
Are you going to let me speak? Yeah. Again, how many times have we seen that? Maybe once or twice. Darwin Nunez before Liverpool. Diego Jota, I see
before
on
Liverpool.
Diego Jota, I see on a regular basis, which tells me he does dehydrate sometimes, but sometimes he doesn't do enough, and that's an issue. It's about the regular basis. Why are you not drinking enough water on a regular basis? It's a simple question.
I've got some more evidence for the course. Darwin
Tom,
Nunez.
what are we doing, bro? This is the last one I'm showing on the screen.
Darwin Nunez and Liverpool has not had this issue. That was like a very white tongue to me.
So look, it's a thing. If I keep noticing it, I'm going to have to start questioning Darwin too. I've just not noticed it as much. Have you not considered the possibility that the majority of our squad are asthmatic and asthma and taking inhalers can also give you white tongue? Yeah, but we don't know if Jota has got asthma. That's the question.
In the same way that you don't know if he's dehydrated or not.
The proof would indicate he is dehydrated. The pictures
It doesn't.
It
doesn't. Oh my
Listen,
god!
This shows me that it's midnight in the UK, which means we have to move on because I genuinely cannot do this. I cannot. I'm not going to have a whole tongue conversation.
I have no idea why we've ended up on this.
So once again, this is the list. You can take a look at it, screenshot it, whatever. If you want to speak on this, if you want to address this or whatever. And right here, it's on your screen. We're going to wrap it up here. Everyone watching us right now, 300 people are still watching us. Make sure you slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Big up to Machin, Amin, Satadi, Sharayan, Mike, AJ, and Selection for the super chats. Big up to all the people who send in super chats. Always shows us the love and support. Most important is you all like and subscribe. Thomas Little, because I agreed with you more, so I'm going to start with you. Where can the people... Guys, we ain't even on 200 likes. Slap the like button, man. Slap the like button, subscribe. So, Tom Little, where can we find you?
Tom Little on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, the works. That trade video that I said was going to come out on Saturday, I was ill as fuck all over the weekend. I'm surprised I've made it through 2 hours of this. That will come out either tomorrow or Tuesday, whenever I can record it.
So, Tom Little, you haven't uploaded for 4 days.
No.
You are an asshole, but make sure you go subscribe to
I have been ill. I have been ill.
Yeah. Okay.
But the content will be boss because I've got
I'm gonna let
five.
You know what?
I've got 5 current season trades and I've got 5 previous season trades, and I'm gonna give just for the This Is Football channel. I'm gonna give you a couple little teasers. One involves, you won't like this, Kurdish. In fact, no, you will, because Jota's moving, so Tungate will be finished.
I don't
By the way, if you show Kurdish that picture, I think he'll flip at you.
What picture?
The picture that you showed me last time, the thumbnail. I generally think Kurdish would lose his mind at you.
Yeah. No, I'll get it up just so Kurdish can have a reaction.
So basically, Kurdish, tell the people where they can find you first, and then I'll tell you the
it's always Twitter, Kurdish Ball 93. You'll catch me on the spaces, man. It's my home. It's my home. It's the spaces of the streets, and I'm out early morning till late night, always. But as always, subscribe to this channel, hit the likes, man. Husam's doing a lot for you guys.
Appreciate you, Kurdish. So basically, Kurdish, my brother, you know how in the NBA they've got 3 team trades? So our dumbass friend on the top left did a three-way trade. And this is the 3-way trade he proposed. So you've got Chelsea, Liverpool, and Southampton involved.
can have Mason Mount, isn't he? You want to get rid of, and you're giving me. Why? Do you know what? It's the fact that you've probably picked 3 of the most useless players at Chelsea right now, apart from Kante. But why is Mason Mount the first one?
Because
and you know what the other guy is? Pulisic.
This
that's what I'm saying.
This is a
Useless.
realistic one. So Liverpool move on from Roberto Firmino's expiring contract, and let's be honest, we have made it clear in our intentions that we want Mason Mount. Unfortunately, so we would end up collecting both Pulisic and Mount for Jota. So we replace an attacker with an attacker who's worked with Klopp before, unfortunately, and Mason Mount, who Klopp seems to have a hard on for. And then we get Kante on top of it.
You wouldn't take Sterling over Pulisic?
They wouldn't give us Sterling.
Oh, this is something they'd give us voluntarily, by the way. In this world.
They're
giving us Kante for free.
This is to match values. This is to match values, unfortunately.
We made Chelsea much stronger. We made Southampton a whole lot stronger because Fabio Carvalho and Chalobah both with ball for them. And we made ourselves significantly weaker by bringing in Mount and Pulisic.
Mason Mount, Tom.
And
how do we make ourselves significantly weaker?
You've given me Mason Mount.
Because Kante is made from Weetabix, Mount is crap, and Pulisic is crap.
Roberto Firmino is also made from Weetabix.
Okay.
As he's shown this season. Diogo Jota has been injured more often than not. And unfortunately, is without a goal for an entire year now.
And doesn't drink enough water.
Why are you giving me Kyle Walker-Peters?
Kyle Walker-Peters goes to Chelsea because they need a backup right back.
So who are you? Oh, God. But they don't, actually.
They're not using
They just signed Gakpo from Lyon.
Yeah, but this was made with players that were available at the start of this season. I'm not counting future transfers.
I'm so sick and tired of you. This is such a horrible
thing. So in Tom's world, Hussam, by the way, Mason Mount and Curtis Jones remain on the same team.
Unfortunately, yeah.
There is nothing to say. There's nothing left to say on Tom Little. Anyway.
Pearce, there is a Lavia trade in the video as well, where he does end up at Chelsea? Let me have a look at my list.
So you're just making Chelsea stronger out here in this team.
No, because they're not all happening at the same time. Yes, Lavia does end up at Chelsea. It involves Lavia, Ben Chilwell, and another team as well. There's one involving Moises Caicedo. There's one involving Harry Kane. And on the historical ones, there's a Wayne Rooney one. There's a Raheem Sterling one. There's a Fernando Torres one. There's a Luis Suarez one. And there's a Virgil van Dijk one.
Okay. Make sure you go check it out. By the way, he's 2 subscribers away from 300. So make sure to go subscribe. And I will slap him.
I did not even know that myself.
See? But I will slap him on the side of his head if he doesn't upload consistently. So make sure to go subscribe. Make sure to go follow Kurdish on Twitter for more horrible takes. And we will see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace.